Hello, caveman. Hi, Jelly. How y'all doing? Alright, I didn't tweet that I'm live. Where's my Twitter? There's my Twitter. Okay, okay, yes, I'm leaving all of this up because I do need to make sure that I'm getting through all these quests. Blah. Doing okay, glad to hear it. Work was what work is. Also understandable, have a nice day. But at least it's over. At least it is over. Alright, I need to do a thing right quick. Then we will get started here. There we go. Hello, Moon. Why is there a Mike Wazowski? Why? Oh, he looks so weird with two eyes. Moon, I'm not. I don't have the mental capacity to prog P4S right now. I would if I didn't get like 3 hours of sleep. But I got 3 hours of sleep and I am definitely not in a state to do anything. Like I am here to vibe today. I do not want no stressy. P4S means lots of stressy. Oh my gosh, okay. Where did I put my mouse? Oh, right, I charged it. Ugh. Like, I will literally just clear it next patch. At this point, I'm too tired to care. I'm also, like... I'm a little bit burned out on the fight for a couple of reasons. One of them being I kind of got shamed for doing Party Finder, and I'm just kind of like... That's not great. That's really not great. Because, you know, I did Party Finder because I didn't want to meet just, like, once a week to try to clear this fight. And I don't have the... I do not have the luxury of not Party Findering if I want to learn this. Alright, I have also... Goods. Little street, no stressy day is honestly the vibe. Yeah, I'm legitimately... I'm legitimately planning that I am going to run through some new content, get to the point that I'm fucking exhausted, go to bed extra early, wake up extra early so that whenever the servers come back up, I'm gonna start crafting. And then we'll do actual story stuff on stream, but I'm gonna craft my ass off. Also, we're back currently trying to see if I can work with the nails that I've got because they're a little bit long, but they're so pretty right now. I just want to have long, pretty nails while also playing the video games. And unfortunately, having long, pretty nails is not usually conducive to playing video games. Yep, 6.2 starts updating at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. So in a little bit under 12 hours, so you can already hear me internally screaming from over here. I am thoroughly looking forward to it, as always. Okay, why do I have a yellow bar status for VTube Studio? Hello? VTube, what are we doing here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Why are you like this? I don't know why my entire setup is having more trouble now than ever. But it is. Ugh! I swear to God. The minute that my God... Okay, so... Me crashing through my room and shouting as I try to get this plugged back in to where I can actually, like, use my fucking model. So I've been having a bunch of issues with my laptop, and just it does not want to. Hi, Lily. Y'all are joining on Scuff. Y'all are joining on Scuff as I try to get VTube Studio to work again. Hello, welcome. My name's Morgan. I'm usually a VTuber if my fucking phone ever works. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Your community knows Scuff. Well, understandable. Have a nice day. We're home here. But hi, Lily. I love you. How are you doing? How did the last Apex match go, as I missed out on getting to actively watch it? But welcome, y'all. My name's Morgan. I'm a Purple Fox. I play a lot of Apex and Final Fantasy XIV. A lot of Final Fantasy XIV this week, as 6.2 is dropping tonight/tomorrow, and yeah, no, I am just, my entire, like, hi, have you seen my schedule? You need to see my schedule. I did not pin my schedule, I'm the worst streamer. But, hi, this is my stream for this week. Friday we're going to be playing with Caveman and Lily, and I am very, very, very thoroughly excited for that, but the rest of, like, legitimately, I can't say what time I'm going to be live for any of this, because it's just going to be, I play the rest of Final Fantasy XIV as much as I can today, then I get up as early as, you know, things drop tomorrow, and I craft because I need to craft, like, 6 different sets of gear. It just, yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. But hello, Ulna, and Sky, and Ivan, and Elise, and Surratt King, and Leaf Storm. Welcome, y'all. I just, but the brain cell is just today. It's very, 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 very hyperactive for way too many things, and also I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep, 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So you know, we're just gonna vibe today. Today. Viking, hello. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm also like me just trying to get stuff together. It's been a day. It has been a day already. I should probably go ahead and pen this. And also I need to tweet that I went live. I completely forgot to do that too. That is not what I needed. Where's copy link to tweet? There's this tweet. I need to remove this. And I need to put this one back on. There we go. Okay, now I need to tweet that I'm live. God, yeah, I'm a professional streamer. I know what I'm doing. This is fine. But we're going to be finishing up the Omega Quest. We're going to be doing a little bit more Hildibrand today, and I will probably try to do the quest to get the new bikini outfit, because Morgan needs it. My buddy boy needs it. And so does Athena. We're doing more Hildibrand and the new Omega West. Okay, there we go. Also, Caveman, yes, I love seeing the leaks. I was very, very thoroughly fucking excited, and I cannot wait to see everything put together. What is up, Ulna? Bunny boy. Well, less bunny boy in a bikini, and more bunny boy gets to be mostly topless. Which, let's be honest, he deserves this. I do. I'm love a pretty barb. Shy hands. But also, for the folks who are here who are somehow not already following Lily, follow Lily. This is a direct order. I will disown you if you don't. God, I wish my bunny boy could wear a bikini, though. That would be so cute. He would. He would. He is shy. He would cover up the titties. Okay. Let's see, what do we start with anyways? Already did? Good. Alright, let's tackle the quest for the bikini outfit first. Should be on Dark Knight. Alright, no. Answer. He took the advice, cover them up, slut. He really did. Alright, a matter of course. Moiru looks eager to regale you about all there is to know of the latest Moonfire Fair. Ah, hello, hello. Just the adventure I was looking for. Feeling the heat? Well, nothing like a good swim in Costa del Sol to cool down. And while you're there, you might as well enjoy the Moonfire festivities. I almost said Moonfire Fair. Why is it just Moonfire festivities? I have questions. The fair has served to promote the Adventurers Guild in recent years, and I expect plenty of folks will join in the fun this summer. No one will want to miss the exciting show we're putting on. That's right. Due to popular demand and the wishes of Master Giru himself, we have brought back the challenge. Intrigued, aren't you? Sate your curiosity by speaking with Hermaga in Costa del Sol. Da-da. Yep. Costa del Sol. Yes. No. I did not do my tax evasion tickets. Yes, Ulna. What is up, darling? Oh, wait. Did it fuck up? It fucked up, didn't it? Yep, it did. Alright. There we go. Sorry, me testing new things and, you know, forgetting to disable them. Yeah, sorry, I was working on getting my overhead camera set up, and I completely forgot to disable it. Who the fuck am I talking to? Oh, here we go. Hello, sir. Morgan, here at last. You're here to give the challenge a whirl, aren't you? The hulking that hulking monstrosity erected upon the shore. Oh, good God. You lurk? Okay, caveman. Also, don't forget to do this. Anybody who is over level 15, I believe, make sure that you do this before this is up. It is going away on the 26th, so you have a few days to do it. But make sure that you get it done. The imposing fortress that turns grown men into weeping babes, the crucible which forges the fiercest of warriors or spits out their mangled remains. Aye, the Eorzean nimble warrior course. We've had some issues here and there which prevented us from constructing the course anew for a time, but we made it work this year to satisfy the fierce demand from our patrons. It hasn't merely returned, however. Oh no, it's been updated and refined with a new circuit. I dare say it's a course reborn! While the new circuit isn't physically demanding, it's no less a spectacle. We recruited some of the finest Goldsaucer techniques and a certain bomb expert to craft up so many bombs into the new attraction it feels like a damn volcano's erupting when they go off. Hi, Wozy. Care you too, caveman. Aye, 'tis a trial that tests the resolve of fledgling and experienced adventurers alike, as all are forced to not only calculate the timing of the impending explosions, but avoid the shockwaves that follow them too. If you think you're up to the task, then by all means show everyone how it's done. You look eager to try your hand at it despite the risk, and yet I don't get the sense that you're underestimating the challenge before you either. It would do the young lad good to see the temperament of a veteran like yourself. Would that he could learn from your example. Love you too, Rosie. Alright, oh jeez, where's my... Me takes my glasses off once, also me smudges them all to hell. I need to get new glasses now that I've got the new prescription. My nearsightedness has gotten worse. Or wait. Nearsighted is when you can see? I literally cannot remember. But my... Is the scene frozen? It shouldn't be. Okay, it is. What the fuck is wrong with my setup today? I'm gonna cry. Why are you like this? There we fucking go. Jesus Christ. I am going to fucking cry. I don't know why it does that. Like, I literally, I cannot wait until I have the proper 2 PC setup again. Like, I've had more issues with this external capture card than I want to admit, and it makes me want to scream. Like, legitimately, I'm so close to just, as soon as, so I've been having this issue where, for some reason, my Best Buy card will not let me put anything on it, so it's fine, whatever. I order a new Best Buy card. I have ordered 4 Best Buy cards, and not a single fucking one of them has gotten to my goddamn house. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't understand what the fuck is going on for this card to either not get printed and get sent to my goddamn house, or it not to be delivered to my house. Like, I literally do not understand what's going on with it at all. But as soon as that gets to where I can put stuff on it, so that I can make my NAS, and after I make my fucking NAS, I can get the new computer, hopefully I'll stop having some of these issues. Because, like, a big thing, too, and I don't know why this is happening, but it's like, my computer is either locking itself, like my laptop is either locking itself or doing some kind of sleep mode or something, even though I have all of that disabled. And it fucks up everything every single time that it does. And I'm so tired of it. I just want things to work without me having to think about them. That's all that I want. Like, the only thing that I want to worry about is me getting onto stream on time and bringing y'all, like, some decent content. But the universe says no. And along this whole rant, just gestures to the bottom left corner of, if you would like to help me get this all sorted and settled, I have, you know, a dono goal up. Also, there are incentives, exclamation point incentives, and goals. If you guys would like to, you know, donate a certain amount and get me to do a thing. So you have options of things that you can make me do, and things that I would like to do for dono goals. So there's all that jazz out of my system. Now maybe we can get back to the video game. It's nothing. Just this talk about the course and its in all its newfound glory brought to mind a certain worrisome adventure. Look, you wouldn't mind lending me a hand with something, would you? When you're not busy running the course naturally, give me a shout after this if you're interested. Yee! Get some tea on there. Bring me some. I want tea. I just have orange juice and I am cracking open a water. Tea is very good. You'll lend me a hand? Then you have my gratitude. The matter in question is in regards to a certain you, I guess he's not new anymore. Well, anyway, I want you to act as a model of sorts for a certain young adventurer. Nope, never your turn with the brain cell. It's mine. He's no stranger to you, of course. Recall a fellow by the name of Tia? Came to the Moonfire Fair with his little sister Ramaja before, remember? The lad went and became an adventurer, and seems to have some experience under his belt now, but... Well, to be frank, he's putting on airs. You'd better see him for yourself to get the real picture. I saw him headed to the north of the island with his sister earlier. You should be able to find him there. While he has issues, there's no doubt in my mind that he's a promising future as an adventurer. I'll leave it up to you to decide how you want to go about it, but guide him back onto the right path, will you? Yee! I will catch you later, Ivan. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, no, it's literally like, you know, I can't wait for everyone to be like trying to get the last minute thing in before maintenance comes up. Oh my god! She's so cute! I absolutely love, like, the baby, Mikote models. They're so cute. The little subtails. Also, can we get those shorts? Those are super cute. They look like the RM veil bottoms, but, like, dyeable. Long time no see, Morrigan. I had a feeling we'd meet again. Don't be shy now, Maja. Hello, Morrigan. I'm so happy you're here. Today just keeps getting better and better. Since you're here, there's something I want to tell you. Though I've only been an adventurer a few summers, I've already made a name for myself. Hells, I even have a pair of apprentices. I suppose you'd expect as much for someone of my obvious talent, eh? Anyways, where was I? Oh, right, my apprentices. Go on, introduce yourselves. Hello there, friend. The pair of us are just your average, friendly old novice adventurers who wound up taking an apprenticeship under our mentor here after he saved us from a sticky situation. He's a big fan of yours, by the way. The mentor we respect respects you, so if you think about it, we ought to respect you too, and anyone who truly commands that much respect is clearly incredible. It's an honor, miss, truly. I've heard all kinds of amazing rumors about you, Morrigan. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. So I take it you've also heard the challenge and decided to join in on the festivities? I won't lie, I'm itching to give the course my... Yeah. I won't lie, I'm itching to give the course a go myself. I hear they've even added a new bombastic circuit to it. Though, for a prodigy like me who completed it as a novice, the real challenge here will not be to fall asleep from boredom. Like a rising star like me has nowhere to go but up after all. I so just want to kick your ass and put you in your place. So badly. It's not even funny. Also, what is with my render time? I don't like that. It's usually not that bad. Alright. Is there something in the background that is making this troublesome? VTube. Oh god, OBS is taking way more GPU than it normally does. I can in task both of these and that should help a little bit. Nope, still a longer render time. And we've got... And we do have some skipped frames and missed frames due to rendering lag and encoding lag. I'll restart the computer later. I'm not going to worry about it now. Just insert me stress. Okay. Good luck. You could try, you know, not being cocky as well. Just good luck. Hey, I appreciate the sentiment, but I'll be fine. It'll be easy enough to dazzle the audience. Still, it's an honor to be encouraged by the person I look up to. Thank you. Are you sure you're okay, fool? You've been acting odd lately. Am I okay? Ha, I'm better than ever. Don't you worry one bit, Maja. Your big brother's a fully fledged adventurer now. I'll give the crowd a show and be back before you know it. Yeah, no, I just want him to, like, fail miserably. From the moment I became an adventurer, I've always looked up to you, so there's no one I want witnessing my finest achievement more than you. If you can spare a moment to watch, please wait for me on the beach. Cool. It'll be okay, Maja. He's your brother, after all. He'll pull through, surely. Yes, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about, my dear. You'll come too, won't you? I'll feel better if you're there. Alright. Alright, let's see Catboy fall flat on his face. Oh, God. Do you see my brother? I can't see anything from here. Aha, I sense a damsel in distress. Fear not, young maiden, for we are here to the rescue. Let the games begin. Oh, God, why are you French? Why are you French? Befodon will humbly serve as herald of the proceedings. Hi, Quantum. And I hear Mega has been unjustly nominated to assist him. Together, not even the slightest happening shall escape our ardent observation. Now then, let us look upon our contestant, the up-and-coming adventurer Rafultia. With such a daunting trial before him, who knows what could be running through his mind right now? What do those stern blue eyes of yours see, Hermega? The lad looks eager to get up and at it, and in terms of physique, he looks to be in fine shape. That said, I can't help but notice some sort of nervous energy in him as well. He's intelligent and smug-looking. Of course he's French. Shush. There are some French Alizons that are not smug. You know, carefully, scoops Estinian into my fucking pocket. Amaric doesn't count anymore. I can't see him as a fucking Alizon. Goddamn peeled aura. He looks painfully guardian right. Estinian failed French class! Oh my god, he would. He's too himbo for etiquette. He really is, which is part of the reason I actually love him. Okay, thank you, Hermega. Let's wish him the best of luck. Ah, the contestant has just took off at a run and is presently making his way to the first jet of water. And he soars to the sky expertly. Wow, just look at that landing. A splendid feat indeed. He managed it all without losing his footing. This proves proof his experience as an adventurer. He's well accustomed to moving under pressure, or above it, as it were. And now he is faced with a decision that will change the course of his fate. Does he take the tried and true path, or try his luck at the new circuit? Which route do you think our sprightly contender will take, Hermega? The new circuit requires a contestant to be calm and collected in the face of a looming barrage of bombs. Unfortunately, I sense much fear in this one. If I was in his shoes, I'd pick the old circuit without a second thought. He's on the move. It seems he's made his decision. The new circuit. The timing of his movements leave much to be desired, however. Even the slightest movement's hesitation could lead to a messy result, and I fear he teetered for too long. Cover your eyes, folks. This could get ugly. He managed to dodge the first explosion, and the second, and the third, and the... Good gods be good. The shockwave of the fourth explosion has sent him flying like a shooting star. Ladies and gentlemen, even as the seawater salts his wounds, I regret to inform you that our contestant has been disqualified. No, 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 this is bad. This is really, really bad. Well, there goes our audience. It seems as fine a place as any to end the commentary. Please, go. Raful needs your help. Yeah, Rosie? Right, I hope you haven't forgotten my request. I'm counting on you. Uh-huh. I owe you one, Morgan. Hey, Nora. Lest you misunderstand, that wasn't a serious attempt. If I had really wanted to complete the course, I could have done it with my hands behind my back. But it'd hardly be entertaining if I just finished in an instant. There's no drama. Now, when I go back and complete it with ease, the crowd will go wild. Genius, eh? Wait a minute, Raful. Is this what you really care about? If so, you're not the person I thought you were, the person I respected. Oh, I mean, I'm not just your average adventurer, you know? I need to amaze everyone. No, Raful, you're wrong. I guess you will never understood what we admired about you. I'm sorry, but this is farewell. Dosh! Chat's very cute. Yeah, chat's very cute, and I can't talk today again. I will hydrate, though. What did I do wrong? Da 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 da. Ah, look at it! Look at it! Oh my god. She's going... I love that it's also just automatically in black. Perfect. Though I am curious about dye preview, because I won't lie. I don't like the metallic silver. It's going really well. A little bit of scuff early early for stream, but so far so good. Just, I'm so excited. Why? What did I do wrong? He's too upset to listen. Maybe you could try to comfort him? You're his hero, so if that doesn't work, I don't know what will. Wait, what? How could this happen? I don't understand. Okay, God damn it, game. Guess you're doing some platforming now. Lots of cute nerds. Thank you for showing me such kindness, Morgan. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why those two left. Is it because I failed the course? Because I look pathetic? No, silly, it's not that at all. Really, it's not because I looked pathetic? Say Morgan, do you have any idea why? It's because you failed miserably. You weren't taking it serious. You tried to hide from your mistakes. You tried to hide from your mistakes. Hide from a mistake? I don't quite understand, but it sounds wise. You didn't look like you were taking it seriously, fool. I was taking seriously? So what? Even if I had, I would have failed all the same. So I thought if I did it on purpose, maybe... who would admire someone who gives up before they even started? The brother I look up to always does his best, no matter how he looks or what others think of him. If you can't understand that, maybe I'll try the course myself and show you what I mean. Baby girl's gonna do it! My, that is some remarkable gumption you have there, little Miss. Alaska, I'm afraid children may not under absolutely any circumstance participate in the competition. I hope you don't mind, but I overheard your conversation. My opinion? You're a pathetic excuse of an adventurer, Raful. Just awful. You're right. You taught me so much, yet I put on such a miserable performance. Everyone must think I'm so very pitiful. Just listen to yourself, lad. You know what your problem is? Vanity. You've lost sight of what's truly important. Not wrong. Think back. Try to recall what Hermiga and I taught you. What it was that you admired about Morgan in the first place. I think I finally understand. I was so focused on trying to impress my apprentices that I didn't fully commit myself to overcoming the challenge and stopped being an adventurer in so doing. I became a coward instead. I betrayed their trust, and now they've seen me for what I truly am. There's no way I can make it up to them. What if you tried the course again, but took it seriously this time? I bet those two would watch. Again, but I've never actually succeeded. If I were to fail once more, I'd lose their respect forever. It doesn't matter if you fail or succeed. What matters is that you try. Show us what you're made of, adventurer. What has Doge been sniping recently? Morgan, thank you. I nearly made the same mistake all over again. This time I promise you I'll do my best. I'm sorry to ask more of you than when you've already done so much, but can I ask you to serve as my inspiration once more? If possible, I would like you to go and through the course ahead of me. Oh God. Seeing you test your mettle would rekindle my aspirations of becoming a great adventurer. Please, help me to reclaim that dream. Let me follow in your footsteps. I'm gonna fail this so fucking bad. You doing this, it means the world to me, Morgan. I will follow after you with everything I have. Kryler. Well, somebody's already AFK. I appreciate you looking out for a fool like this. If you're ready to go, the jet of water yonder is roaring in anticipation of your arrival. Okay. I can do this part, I think. It's a wider path than you have to do in Don Meg, so, you know, it'll be fine. There we go. Buford's kept me abreast of the situation, and after seeing the way you've carried yourself through the course so far, Raful's gotta be fired up. You're already at the halfway point, so it's not like you need to hear it from me, but good luck. Okay, which way do I even fucking go now, is the question. Oh, God. Alright. I fucking hate jump puzzles so much. What is this nonsense? Okay, game. Just don't accept my input that I'm jumping. Just go on the right bomb path. True. Okay, this is much easier, holy fuck. God. Okay, there we go. At least I did the first half. Congratulations on making it to the end. As I should mention, I've heard about the situation with Raful. He pursued you the entire time, never giving up, despite the fear in his eyes. Even now, hey, look behind you. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Come on, adventurer, do not waver, you can do this. Come on, adventurer. Hey, Maury and I have matching nails right now. Mine are, like, longer than they were the last time. But they're really pretty, and I don't want to have to, like, shape them down if I can keep from it. Hey, look at him go. I did it, Morgan. I really did it. Thank you for leading the way. Now that I've made it to the end, I suddenly feel lightheaded. Forgive me. I will return after I've had a moment to catch my breath. Would you mind relaying the good news to Maja? Whee! It's just... Where's Harchifon? He'd love this. Where's my terrible bisexual husband? Oh, can I not? Aw, motherfucker. How do I... Where do? Is the question. Do I have to swim my way back now? Yeah, I guess I do. Or jump back, one of the two. And now I can have my chocobo back. Oh, you're back. How'd it go? Bufordin and Hermaka were commentating, but I want to hear about it from you. He did it. He really did it. I always believed that Fool could, but he never believed in himself. I'm so happy. Fool, Morgan told me everything. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I didn't do much. I just followed her, really. Still, it felt good to try and finally succeed at something. Please excuse us for interrupting. Raful, do you have a moment? We judged you too quickly and too harshly. It was only when we saw you making your way through the course that it dawned on us how wrong we'd been. That's why... You don't have to finish that sentence. I'm the one in the wrong here, after all. I am so very sorry, both of you. I let my desire for recognition cloud my judgment, and I lost sight of myself in the process. It's little wonder you both reacted the way you did. That's why I'm starting over. This time I will not waver from the path. Nay, I shall follow wherever it leads, as a true adventurer should. With that said, do you think that you could forgive me? I mean, I don't think that she forced him into a dangerous situation. Just... he wanted to do the thing and wasn't putting his heart into it, or, like, actual effort into it, so it was an issue. I'll be honest, you were a dismal sight up there at first, looking as you might collapse at any moment, but you didn't. You pushed through like a true champion, and now we're keen to see how far you'll go, just like when we first met you. Aye, that's why we want you to forgive us, for losing faith instead of believing in you like we should have. Given the circumstances, I understand if you say no, but would you consent to being our mentor once again? Like, you even have to ask. I couldn't be happier to have you both at my side. She is adorable and innocent and cute, Doge. Fight me. Thank you for bringing Rule back to his senses, Morgan. If you hadn't, these three never would have made it up, and I would be really sad. So thank you so much. I think we'll be okay now, so maybe you can do that report thing Fool always talks about. I don't really get it, but it seems important, and you don't have to worry about Fool. I'll be watching him carefully. She's so cute. Cuteness is her weapon? Yes. Hi, I would like my bikini now. I could roughly see what happened from here, but I'd appreciate if you filled in the blanks. So the lad finally came to his senses in the end, eh? And he made up with those greenhorns while he was at it too. You did well, Morgan. I was right to count on you. With that, he's truly made his first step as a proper adventurer, and better yet, I don't have to feel anxious about leaving the three of them to their own devices anymore. Speaking of adventurers, I owe you an award, don't I? Please take this, you've more than earned it, and do try to enjoy the Moonfire Fair while it's around. Yes! And then, come next patch, I'll actually have space to put all this in my fucking inventory! The bottoms are really cute, too. How do shoes look? Ooh, I like the shoes a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I like this whole set a whole lot. You can even make them look silver for cheap. I love that. I love that a lot. You know, that looks basically the same as going with this. Cool. Oh, armor. Okay, cool. Now you really have to do platforming? It's really simple, Rosie. I believe in you. Alright. First things first, back to Limsa. This is gonna go with the fucking armor. And then we're gonna go do the Omega quest, which starts in Charlian. And then we'll get a little bit more Hildibrand done. Maybe like one more set of quests. Like I said, I'm not gonna be like running really late today for stream. Because one, I have not gotten enough sleep. And two, I want to make sure that I like am awake for when the patch drops as soon as it drops. Because I think I have enough to get the, part of the books. I still need to make more, of the Armelier and such. Yeah, it starts in Limsa. Can't wait to wear this in the middle of winter, which will confuse the fuck out of everybody. I really hope that I've got my shit together for this patch. I didn't have it together for last patch, but this time I'm fucking determined. Like I've got quite a stock of stuff for crafting, in case I have to craft anyways. I really let's see, it's not leatherworking, it's... Oh, no. Goldsmithing is the one that I've been doing. Where do I find the rarefied? There you go, collectibles. Yeah, I've got enough for more I actually need to send my retainers out for more chondrite, now that I think about it. Although we might have more chondrite. I need to check that later. Ooh, venture coffer, I'll take that. Alright, nope, that's not what I need you to do. Waterside exploration. I think I should send you to the level 91. I don't know if that's got a, minion or not, but might as well. Why have you just brought me a peach? I have questions. I haven't watched it yet. I know that I need to. You have brought me 2 of these, Ormar. What are you saying? What are you saying? Ooh, I will definitely be keeping that. Holy fuck. Alright, I should probably just send her out for a quick exploration, too. Alright, just a white peach. Oh, let's go! Money maker. Archie's not selling anything. Like, what even? Why? Actually, how much do these go for? I mean, that's not bad. Let's see, who has space? Not you, Zephyrin, you don't actually. Ormar, I guess. I guess I give you that for right now, because I do want one of those for, glam purposes. Okay. Let's see, Charlian, but I was thinking about making a pit stop by Rodsatan. So, Rods first. Because I do need to remove some stuff from my... Well, I need to buy some stuff. Because I have no idea if we're going to need this for crafting, but I feel like we're going to. Oh, someday I'll get that fucking cleared. Alright, other... Yeah, because I've only got 28 of these, and... Should I just do 60 of everything? Probably. Or do I do 65, because that's going to bug me? See, 48, that's 21? No, 11. Nope, well. I can do math. I still can't do math, it's fine. It should be 6, not 5, 6, there we go. Okay, there we go. So most of my time's sold out of my inventory, so when everything goes to pot and it's not actually viable mats, I won't have to worry about it. I need to finish maxing my white gatherer scripts. I'll do that later. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Okay. Now, Charlian. Because, yeah, I will... After stream stuff, I'll probably go do my hunt straight quick. I'll, do whatever I was immediately thinking about doing and completely forgot about. Wait, is it here that I want to start this? I'm looking for... The Speckled Technician, a Heartless Hypothesis. Yeah, okay. that's blown the cobwebs away. Time to return to work. Goodness me, look who it is. How incredibly serendipitous I would run into you of all people. I was part of the team which designed the Ragnarok, you see, and we've recently begun the process of combing through the vessel's flight log data. The primary objective of your journey to Ultima Thule was to save our star and countless others, but it also provided us with an invaluable trove of information, records of places and events we could only dream of. Your safe return gave us much to be thankful for. And so, it happens, one of the things we pulled from the log was a transmission of unknown origin, something the ship must have intercepted during its flight. We believe it to be an audio message, but even our most talented linguists have been unable to decipher the language. For a while there, it seemed we must accept defeat, but today may be the day that we finally solve the mystery. If you're so inclined, would you care to come along to Thelmaston? It seems fitting to have one of the Ragnarok's original passengers present to hear history being made. Alright, where are we going? Alright, Aporia. No. Ugh, that being that close. Blech, can't do that. Posture check? You think I'm sitting like a shrimp? I actually have been sitting like a shrimp. Thank you, Doge. Yeah. Yes, Ulna, what's up, darling? Yes, I did, and I have opinions, but the takes that I've been seeing are just like, y'all? Are we okay here? Especially the number of people who are like, oh my god, I'm just gonna go back to Photoshop, like, bruh. You want to go from, you know, a, you know, fairly comfortable, you know, not perfect, but not terrible thing that we are just barely getting information on, to literally the worst, most predatory system. Okay. People are overreacting, IMO? Same. That is my exact opinion. People are, like, we have just the barest amount of information about what they're thinking about doing, and you can buy perpetual licenses still. Like, they're going to have a perpetual license for 2.0. They're going to have a perpetual license for 3.0. You just won't get the updates in between. And also, like, considering how cheap the fucking software is, and they've been giving us free updates for that long, and now they're like, hey, we're wanting to do more with the software, so we're going to have to either do, you know, update costs, or we're going to have to, like, make it to where some people can, you can wait till version 3, just buy version 3, and it'll give you all the version 2 updates for free. Exactly. Like, you don't have to upgrade to 2. You don't have to buy into their, you know, subscription system if you don't want those updates, or you don't want to try the updates. They even have like 2 different subscription models, one where you only pay for when it updates, and then another where you do pay monthly. And like, considering the prices of what the system usually is, I don't think it's going to be that much money. I think, like, at worst, you're probably looking at maybe $5 a month. Like, I don't think that they could do anything over that and justify it, you know? But also, people just want to hyper-react to things. And on one hand, I'm like, yeah, no, absolutely make yourself heard, make your opinions known. Like, let them know that, hey, I'm not happy with this, you know, system update or this model and everything. Like, all that you have to do is just, like, give them feedback. Like, considering why people love Clip Studio and why people have gone to Clip Studio over things like fucking Photoshop, like, artists being afraid due to past harm. Yeah, which is completely understandable and valid. Like, you know, it's one of those things that, you've got this moon, I believe in you. Like, I do completely understand the absolute fear and anxiety, especially from people who moved from Photoshop to Clip Studio. Like, I understand seeing, oh, we're doing a subscription model, and people freaking out. A lot of artists don't like subscription models, which is understandable, because that does chew into the bottom line, you know, potentially very severely. Especially if you look at something like Photoshop, that's like $20+ a month just for the basics, you know? Like, you're not even getting like multiple programs, you're getting one program at most, and it's really shitty. Like, I can definitely see people, you know, getting very, very anxious if the main subscription model that they know is Photoshop or like Disney Plus or stuff like that, you know? Or Netflix. Which those are the very popular subscription models. But people are like, it's like buying a paintbrush and a canvas. Exactly. And it's one of those things too, like Clip Studio Paint has had free updates for so very long. And then, you know, well, here's my flip on that, Ulna. It's not like, it's less like buying a paintbrush, and it is more like buying a canvas. And sometimes, you know, there are innovations, and you have to pay for the innovations, and we haven't been paying for the innovations. We've literally just paid for it once. And like you say, the Clip Studio Paint team works hard. Like, I don't think that they're going to be out here trying to ream artists for every single penny that they can get. Otherwise, they wouldn't make their, like, even if you buy Clip Studio at full price, like the non animation manga one, it's like what, $60 full price, I think? Something like that. It's really not that expensive, especially if you're an artist that's just going to use it, you know, very, very frequently. Like, I paid a lot more for software that I don't use nearly as much. Even for, like, the matter of CSP needing food on the table. Exactly. That is my biggest, it's 50, like, even cheaper than what I was saying. Like, it's $50. And it has been that way for years. But from what I hear and I'm understanding is they're wanting to do more with the software, and they're wanting to innovate more, and they're wanting to work on more things with CSP, and to try to make it a better software for people. And I've heard some people are like, oh, but if they're going to do updates, then they're not going to update our software if there's a major bug. And it's like, no. The way that they're going to have to do it is like bug fixes and issues have to like be pushed out to everyone, no matter what subscription or, you know, non-subscription perpetual license model you're doing. But if you want new features and you want the new stuff that they're coming up with and you want to try that, then you have to think about doing the subscription model. But if you're fine with the base software and the base software working exactly as it has without issues, like, oh, no, I completely get you, Olna. Like, I know that you're not on the side of the people freaking out. Like, I'm like, my stance at the moment is just wait and see. Like, they literally just announced their model. They didn't announce pricing. They didn't announce anything else. And, like, I know that people are like, but I mean, look at their iOS versions. Like, that's been a subscription. And it's like, yeah, that's been a subscription because that's kind of how it has to be on iOS with all of the updates that they have to push out to make sure that security is safe. Or, like, there's no vulnerabilities in security. There's no issues with, like, anything to do with going through Apple or Google or whatever else. And things like Apple, they require you to push updates every so often, or they will take your software off completely and not let people like buy or use it. Like, there are some people who are like, yeah, I'm having issues with, you know, Apple because I made a game, it's a standalone game, I don't have to update or iterate on it at all, but they're wanting to take it down because I haven't updated or iterated on it. Like, it's done its thing, and I'm, you know, done having it out there. But people are like, Like, just, people are freaking out, and I understand why people are worried, but it's also, like, I don't think that they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. Also, Doge, thank you for giving the tier 1 sub to Olnya. I greatly appreciate it, darling. But, yeah, that's where I am with all of this. You're cautious. Exactly. I think that's where I want more people to be. These are just some knee-jerk reactions, perhaps. Yeah, I'm really hoping that these are some knee-jerk reactions, but it is killing me how many people I have seen go, well, I might as well go back to Photoshop if this is how it's going to be. And it's like, bitch, no. Do not put money into Photoshop. Do not put money into Adobe. Fuck Adobe. That is the worst one that you can pay into, and you're going to go, okay, I'm going to, cut off my nose to spite my face. Why? Like, every single person that is going, I'm going back to Adobe, I really want them to think about what they're saying, you know? The reason why people going into Photoshop is because it's industry standard, which, if you want to go industry standard, that's valid and understandable, but I feel like they're more likely to get industry jobs. Well, the thing is, too, Alna, the people that I'm talking about, they're not industry people. And as far as I know, they haven't been looking for industry jobs. They're just like, fuck CSP. If I'm going to pay into anything, I'm just going to pay into Photoshop. And it's like, okay then, bro. Like, if you are a personal artist or a casual artist, or, anybody that's not looking to push for, getting into artist industries or anything else, or like making sure that you have also like CSP has a wide line of compatibility of things. Yeah, no. Anybody who's like, fine, fuck it, I'm just gonna go industry standard because that's where I want to work anyways, like, fine, go do that. Like, I completely support and understand why people would go back to Photoshop if that's like going to get them more work. Like, do that. Get your bag. Like, just, I'm not bitching at those people. I'm just looking at the people who are, like, hobbyists that are saying, like, I might as well go to, Photoshop over this. And I'm like, you're going to be paying so much more money. You're going to be paying so much more money. And, like, it's not like 1.0 is going anywhere. Like, 1.0 is still going to be a thing, and it's still going to be, perfectly usable. But some people are just, like, going complete nuclear already. And I'm like, come on. Like, if you really want to get away from Clip Studio, there are tons of free art programs like Krita. Paint Tool site, I believe, like, 1.0 is free, but, like, you have to pay for 2.0. But even if it's $60 a year for a subscription, let's say it takes a year and a half for version 3 to come out. I don't think it's going to be that much, but yeah. You might try out Paint Tool site too. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying out new art programs. Like, if this is like the kick in the pants that some people get that are like, okay, fine. I'm gonna try other things than just Clip Studio, so I'm not limited in my option. Do that! Learning multiple programs is such a good idea! Learning multiple things is so good! Learn new stuff! Expand the brain! Like, just jazz hands over here. $5 a month is $60 a year. True. But yeah, like, $60 a year for a sub for something like that, especially if you're like a working artist, is not bad. It's not bad at all. Learning a new art program is a pain in the ass. It can be, but I know that there are specific programs that do specific things really well, and like, that's not a bad thing to learn and know and have like references for. But it's also like, you can learn something new in a new art program, and you can like, and it might potentially teach you something in your old art program. Like, just my very gentle shrugging and jazzing of hands, just like, there's nothing wrong with learning new things. Nothing wrong with it at all. Especially if it's something that you think that you're gonna enjoy. Like, I might download Krita and play around with it some, because, like, I have Clip Studio, but I still struggle with it some. Like, I find myself defaulting to, my iPad and what's the one? Procreate. Which is like, it's fine. It might just raise the price of art, which more artists need to raise their prices anyways. And people give artists enough shit already. They really do. I really don't understand, like, some of the people that I follow, like, on Twitter specifically, like, I follow some amazing furry artists that they'll charge, you know, $500+ for a single illustration. That'll be, like, hips up, and it's like, do that! If your demand is that high, and you are, you know, still getting people that are paying that, like, hand over fist to make sure that they can get work from you, fucking charge that! Charge 4 figures for that matter, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with artists that have worked so hard to get their art to where it is and, like, continuously put out beautiful pieces and, like, spend dozens of hours on everything that they make to make it look beautiful. Like, please charge more. Furries are honestly the best customers from what you've heard. Yeah. Like, there are, I mean, like, with everybody, there are definitely bad apples in the bunch, but it's like, a lot of furries will pay out the ass to get, like, really good art. Like, one thing that I'm trying to figure out right now is, like, I'm trying to find somebody who does furry reference sheets, because I need to find somebody who will work with me to get my full furry version of MORE, figured out and done, and, like, I'm probably going to put between $750 to $1,000 on that art. I know that I'm going to. Because it's just, like, I want very high quality references. And I mean, to be fair, it's going to be mostly flat, so it might not be that much that much more expensive because it won't have, like, full rendering and shading, but, like, I want it to be a really pretty piece of work. And, you know, if you want art, you pay for it. Art is a luxury. It is not a right. And artists are allowed to charge whatever the fuck they want to for their work, no matter what people think that it's worth to them. Because if you can't afford them, if you're not in their, like, if they're not in your price range, you're not their customer. You're not the people that they're trying to reach. Get the fuck over yourself. Artists, like, are not only allowed to charge whatever the fuck they want to make the money so they can eat, they're also allowed to have luxuries. Let that sink in. Artists don't have to starve. They can also thrive. And it drives me nuts when people are like, you know, why aren't you, like, are just, like, railroad artists that, like, don't do a ton of commissions a month, because that's another thing. Like, artists working less and making more money is a good thing, because that means that they're going to continue to put out consistent quality pieces because they're not injuring themselves trying to make enough money to eat. I get so angry about this because it's such a small thing. And, like, I have a ton of artists that I want to commission that I can't afford to commission yet. You don't see me in their DMs going, hey, I think you charge too much because I can't afford you right now. Like, no. I'm gonna sit on my fucking hands and save up that money. Because they're worth what they charge. And have I seen people that are, like, out of my price range that I wouldn't pay for their art because I don't think that it's something for me? Absolutely. Like, I don't understand the logic of people who think that artists should charge only $5 for every single piece that they make, no matter how long it takes them. Angry! Absolute anger. And I mean, I will also admit that I have 100%, like, gotten art from artists that are undercharging for what they're making. But I usually try to, like, tip a chunk to make up for that, you know? You just want to throw money at friends for art? Exactly! Like, please, please, please. Hi, universe, can we have a conversation here? I need one thing. Make me rich so I can pay people for things. That's all I want. I don't want the money for myself. I just want to pay other people for things. Like, I literally, I just want to commission artists. I just want to pay people for things. I just want to spoil my friends. Like, can we make that happen? Like, I don't know how I'm going to make this tons of money, but I would just, like, please. Like, you know what I'm capable of, just, like, work it out. You don't even want things, to be honest. I mean, same. Same. Like, I just, like, I want to be that person that gets, like, that gets the lowest tier, the first step to Hollywood streamer Mori. Like, legitimately, the only reason I want to be a Hollywood streamer, the only reason I want to make a ton of money off of making my plushies is so that I can throw money at other people. I don't even want it for myself. You would throw money at other people's problems? Exactly. That is exactly all that I want to do in life, is to, like, be that, you know, that eccentric old lady that lives in that, like, little house down the road that, like, kind of keeps to herself, but, like, throws money at people for everything. Like, I wanna be that person that's just, like, on whatever, like, low tier of their Patreon that, like, doesn't get art or doesn't, like, just there for support, but, like, secretly I'm giving them, like, $100 a month plus for just making art and letting me see it. Like, doing their own art that makes them happy. Like, not even, like, commissions or anything. Just, like, doing things that brings them joy. And then just, like, throwing money, like, you're doing so good, sweetie. I love looking at the things that you make. You're so wonderful. Like, I just want to do that shit. But I'm broke. So I have to figure out how to bring in the dough in order to do that. I mean, like, and of course I'm not, like, I would love more Mori art. Like, I would love to buy more Mori art. Someday. You know, gestures loudly at the fact that I want 3 models, not just my adorable, you know, current model that I love so much. But yeah. There is my rant for today. That is my rant on art and artists and things like that. Just, if you're not an artist and you don't understand what goes into art, shut the fuck up. That is all that I'm saying, because I'm so tired of having to see people that I care about, like, barely scraping by and having issues with, yeah. Artists should make their money. Artists should make their money. That's the long and short of it. Nanos like that, you get birthday cards with $50 in them. Sometimes you'd be like, what the fuck, this is your money? Yes. Like, that's just what I want to do. That is my reason for wanting to be Hollywood. Is just spoiling other people. That's what brings me the most joy in life, too, is to, like, see other people happy. Because that makes me happy by association. But I should get back to actually doing the video game. Ah, there you are. This is where we're told to meet the engineers for Garland Ironworks, who, I am told, potentially hold the key to unlocking our mystery transmission. They should be along at any moment. Enjoy the late birthday present. Mwah. Actually, I need to start looking at artists because I want to get something made for, or at least, maybe more than one thing made for my, my 1 year of VTubing that's coming up in October. No sorries here, Alna. Exactly. It's not a Mori stream without a good rant. You know me, I love just sitting here and talking as much as possible, and I love when people are engaged with what I'm talking about. What day is the 1 year? It is on Halloween. You just realized? What, caveman? We come for the 14th play and stay for the debates? Exactly. On Halloween, it will be my 1 year of VTubing, and I cannot wait to get to celebrate it with y'all. Yeah, I believe that you got gifted, on my anniversary. Yeah. You remember this date for reasons? I mean, to be fair, I'll do, like, posts about it and everything closer to the date, but I need to go ahead and start looking at artists to get stuff done. I might see if I can get another, RAM piece of art. I might very gently poke Starpy about getting an updated reference sheet for Mori with the redesign, so that can be like debuted on the, you know, anniversary, and then we can start working towards the model and everything over the next year. Mercy gets to like 20 and you think you got domed. Yes. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for it. We might play Mortician's Assistant or something. But yeah, I wanna... I've been wanting to get more art done, but I have been, like, stalling on it because I want to have, like, the new model art together, but I, of course, want to work with Starpy for it exclusively because she's my mama, and I don't want anybody else handling the design of my character. Like, I have my ideas, I have my, like, my prelims, like, y'all have seen that already. And I just kind of want to, like, scooch that towards her and say, hey, can you make this look good and pretty for me? And I need your opinions on things. But yeah, she's just been so fucking busy that I don't, like, want to bug and or pressure her about anything. But it's also like I'm over here, but I really want to get my version 2.0 stuff, or 1.5 stuff together. The debates. The problem when your mama is a popular artist. I'm not actually complaining. I want her and Buncha to, like, make all of the money and be very happy together because they deserve it. Me talking about commissions too, and somebody is like, hello, look at this art style? How pretty is this? Just, gorgeous. I need to get off Twitter once again. I also, like, need to just sit down and work on my own damn art. But yeah, I might download Krita and, Sai and try to work on things, because, like I worked a little bit. I'm trying to get my, I'm trying to get art for my D&D character done, and I've just, like, I've started it, and I have not remotely finished it, like... Good art and some tasteful black people. And that's one thing that I've, like, tried to look at and tried to do too, is, like, making sure that I'm not just commissioning, like, popular white artists. Like, I really have been, like, watching and looking and, like, trying to dig out as many gems from, like, black artists as well. You let people not do a caricature of your features. Yeah, no, like... That's the thing. I want to support artists that do a wide variety of skin tones and facial features, and, you know, not just stereotypically attractive white folk. And also, you know, make sure that I'm supporting black artists doing that too. Like, it's very, very important to, like, make sure that you're trying to hire people not only based on their style, but, like, make sure that they do a variety, and it's, you know... Because there's one artist in particular that I follow that gets a ton of art done of, like, their not D&D, their Final Fantasy XIV character, who is very dark skin toned. And they're, like, they have come back and been like, it's so disappointing commissioning someone and seeing them, you know, completely ruin their character with something that they've paid for, and expected them to be able to, like, work in the... not confining it all darker skin tones. Just, it's a whole fucking mess, and it makes me very upset for people. Not Cow Cleric, Cow Druid. Which is, it's really funny because, like, I shouldn't have her second highest stat be strength, but her second highest stat is strength. Did I say hi, Foxy? I don't think I did. Hi, Foxy. Hi, Dua. You have 3 dogs fighting for your feet. That is an issue that you're just gonna have to deal with. Yes, darling. They didn't what? We don't talk about the fact that we don't talk about my con stat, okay? We don't talk about my con stat. Actually, hold on. Let me pull my Roll20 sheet real quick. Where is my girl? Which, number one, look at the cute little picrew that I got for her. Like, she's so fucking cute. I love her so much. But, alright, character sheet. Yeah, no, Dex is my dump stat. Dex is my dump stat. I have a little bit in con. But yeah, no, this is Sif. So, we don't look at her current hit points either. Oh, Bun is such a sweetheart. Like, he's doing his best not to murder characters. Even though we almost had a death on our first session with those characters. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, Dex is a dump stat, which makes sense. She's a big, bulky cow lady. Which I need to draw in her horns on the art piece too, anyways. Starting a new campaign with your current group, and one player rolled pretty poorly for stats. See, what we do for our stats is instead of, like, individual rolls, we'll usually do, like, a group roll. And we'll drop whatever's the lowest stat and, like, futz things around so everybody has similar stats to start with, so that we don't have, like, one person in particular that's, like, really struggling. But, like, if someone just really only wanted to roll their own stats, they could. Built a wizard who was, like, a runaway princess, essentially. Oh my gosh. They have high 5 hit points! Oh no! Oh no! Are y'all also starting at level 1? Like, are y'all starting true baby mode? Yeah, I would fear for them too. I would absolutely fear for them. Oh, tiny babies. To be fair, your DM should space things out pretty well so that, like, you don't have to worry about it too much, hopefully. They're literally made of glass. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. Essentially a runaway princess with no health, that as a runaway princess would. Hopefully. I hope that I hope your DM is gentle. God, I'm appreciating that there are a lot of people that are breaking down the CSP information, though. And, like, just, it'll be okay. Genuinely, it'll be okay. Also, dear fucking God, it's so hot in my room right now. You missed D&D? I'm sorry, Duet. Okay, let me actually get back to the story again. I said that once, and then we get into another conversation. Sorry we're late. We had some trouble finding the right... Gods, is that you, Morrigan? Hi, Biggs. Where's Wedge? Yes, the woman herself. I ran into her at the harbor and thought if anyone deserved to hear this message deciphered, it was Morrigan and Dana. No argument here, but bugger me if you don't have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. This actually has more to do with you than you might think, so please do stick around. Oh, speaking of, I will also remind folks, we have new animated emotes. Look at them. Shall we pick up from where we left off then? As I was saying, we think this transmission the Ragnarok intercepted is a message of some kind, albeit in a language entirely alien to our ears. Alien being the operative word here. Considering we received the message out in the great expanse, it's likely the origin was some... Considering we received the message out in the great expanse, its origin was likely some distant star. Unfortunately, our list of off-world allies is presently rather short, and thus we were resigned to the fact that the meaning behind the message would remain beyond our understanding. One of my colleagues, however, refused to give up. She remembered the Ironworks engineers who had been so helpful in the construction of the Ragnarok and turned to them for insight into our seemingly impossible problem. Do you know what Wedge said when he heard what was going on? We should have Omega listen to it. I bet he can tell us what the message means. Not the Omega you beat in the Rift, of course. He's talking about the toy that trundles around with Alpha, the little model we made. We originally designed it to follow a chosen target and not much else, but I've seen it act in ways that, well, it's like it has a mind of its own. Then I got to thinking about those documents your lot sent the chief, the full report of the final days. I have once again been forgetting to run ads. Is my announcement even going off at all for it? I can't remember. Yes, Foxy. In the part about Omega civilization, it said that their people discovered how to convert the mind into data and store it outside the body. How you doing today? Timing being what it was, I wonder if Omega didn't somehow transfer its consciousness into our model right before you put it into the real one. Alpha! Baby boy! Is your birth? Happy birthday, darling! Everyone go wish Foxy a happy birthday! I believe that he is still doing the subathon as well. So go give that a watch. Okay, so in an effort to get to the bottom of as well as take a crack at this indecipherable message, we decided to make some modifications. 40 hours left still, you've got this. With help from Labyrinthos technicians, we've upgraded our Toy Omega with a fully functional vocalization module. Look at him! We played the transmission for Omega, and I think it's ready to share. I still want an Alpha plushie so bad. Hi. Thank you. I think I know what this is. Hold on. Are you in there, Omega? Hello? Affirmative. If by Omega you're referring to my consciousness rather than my entire former chassis existing... Oh my god, yes. Okay, I might have to turn on the overhead camera for this in a minute. If by Omega you're referring to my consciousness rather than my entire former chassis existing inside this considerably smaller frame. Prediction. You will formulate several misconceptions. These I shall preemptively dismiss based on the following facts. 1. Vocalization module aside, the chassis remains unmodified from the design constructed by the engineers Biggs and Wedge. I evaluate its combat capabilities to be on par with a mortal infant. 2. Mechanisms which allow me to perform an emergency transfer of my consciousness was installed in my previous body. With the destruction of my body, I am rendered incapable of replicating such a feat. Should this current material form be destroyed or cease to function, all cognitive awareness or presence I possess will also be lost. This is why you do the content, Rosie. Okay, let me move that because I don't want to get doxxed. Should this current material form be destroyed or cease function, all cognitive awareness or presence I possess will also be lost. Conclusion. I present no threat to you or your star, nor do my projections indicate the necessity to inflict harm. You only did the raid series? Uh-huh. Well, no, like this. Because Rosie is... Rosie, have you even done the Omega quests and raid line? In the fraction of a moment before my annihilation in the rift, I re-examined my directives. If I am to fulfill my purpose as an evolving construct, then I must continue my journey for fulfillment, for improvement, for as long as I exist. I must acquire this heart of yours, this strength of soul. Yeah, tomorrow is 6.2. I've already talked at length about what's happening tomorrow. Well, there you have it. And it's not wrong about its combat capabilities. It'd be more likely to damage itself than the thing it was trying to attack. Yeah, did you pay attention to the storyline, like, at all? And also, like, this is, just as what came out, like, a little bit ago. Also, yet again, why is my overlay like this? I swear, I re-up this overlay, like, so often, and I don't understand why. Why I have to keep, refreshing the cache to make sure that it's got everybody at the bottom. Right, but let's not forget the reason we brought you here in the first place. What about the transmission they played for you? Could you recognize the language? Affirmative. It was transmitted in Pan-Galactic Basic. Well, Rosie, we're literally learning more in this current quest line. For now, at least, Foxy. Pan-Galactic Basic? A common language and comparatively extensive language throughout the worlds we have conquered. Which means you can finally tell us what the message said. That is a language you understand, yes? You'll beat me. You'll beat Foxy by $1. Oh god. I understand it perfectly. I am fluent in over 6 million distinct dialectical codings. My cooperation in this matter, however, is conditional. Elaboration. Your chief, Sid, utilizes the floor as part of his unorthodox filing system, which allowed me to scan the reports on the final days. Oh god. Not a dono war. I am aware that my home star, the one you call Alvatron, was obliterated in the aftermath of Sir and Medion's meetings. The existence of Dynamis has not previously factored into my projections, but I now comprehend the concept, in theory. What fails to compute is why the Omicrons were not immune to its effects. Dynamis should have no influence on a race which possessed no heart. Me, once again, make sure if you're going to be dropping any cash on me, you can properly afford to do so. And yet, Sir expressed in Medion a desire to cease existing. Illogical. I must pursue this anomaly further until full equation becomes clear to me. I must analyze all the elements of the final days and deepen my understanding of the heart's intangible properties. To expedite the process, I require an external interpretation of those selections of the report which continue to produce errors in my calculations. Bill! Go to Jim and Little Chaz comment. Maury's life is good. Welcome, darling. How you doing? Oh my god, Alpha is just Dozy. Look at the baby! He's so sleepy. I'm gonna fucking cry. Oh my god. Jim good. That requires you to be able to get a job to have wars he won't be able to for a good while. Oh no. Yeah, just me, as always, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, please. To expedite the process, I require an external interpretation of these selections of the report which continue to produce errors in my calculations. I request the assistance of Morgan Eldana, as one who experienced the ravages of the ultimate despair on multiple fronts and displayed immeasurable heart in engineering my defeat. She's the optimal choice to fulfill this role. Hi, Dwight! Hide! Wait. I will hide, wait. No, you must take care of yourself first before you take care of anyone else. That is the rule. So we either agree to your conditions or you tell us nothing. I'm sorry to put you on the spot like this, Morgan. If you have the time and the patience to spare, we'd all be grateful if you could humor the toy's demands. Absolutely. I would do anything for Alpha. Gonna be a rule breaker? Mm-hmm. Has Alpha dozed off? I suppose the subject was a bit technical. Loop, rouse yourself, Alpha. You must listen to and consider these matters even as I must. Why don't you make a trip out of it? You know, actually visit the places that has the things Omega wants to ask about. It'll make explaining stuff easier for one, and also keep Alpha awake and alert. Okay, very quickly, let me turn this on. Make sure that we're set for this. Okay, so I'm excited about this because I saw this, I screamed, and I'm like, I have to have it. Also, hi, I did my nails last night, and they might be a little bit too long, but I love them. But I know thingies, how lewd. Look at him. Look at how big this pin is. I'm gonna fucking cry. Hold on, I need the plastic off. Where's the edge? There we go. I finally have a piece of Hythlodaeus merch, and like, I could not have asked for a better. Just look at how big this pen is, and just, oh, it's so pretty. My husband! I love him so much. I really don't want to take it off the backing either, but I want to put it in my bag. Like, as the centerpiece of, I literally might just put it in here with the backing on it. Is the camera kind of blurry? I don't have full visual. Give me 1 second. There we go. Just a matter of focus length, but my man, I saw this and I'm like, there were only a handful left in stock too. So I was like, I just have to do this. I need him. I need him more than anything else. The boy. And now he will go in my fox paw bag, and I will love him forever. But okay, that's what I wanted to show y'all. Now let's see if this breaks again. Nope, it doesn't break. Cool. And I will turn this back off. I've not been able to get my hands on any other Hythe merch yet, which upsets me to no end because I like really wanted the new old friend. You want to put it on an oversized beanie? Yeah, no, I would love to do that, but it's like, nope, he's going protected in my Ida bag. Hi Zoe, how you doing? Alright. One thing there. There we go. Look at him! Oh, this one is the G502, which I do recommend for everything that's not FPS gaming. Like, it's a really good mouse for, just like daily driving. It's been excellent for 14, for most of my other games that don't require, like, a lot of, like, FPS game things, if you're looking for something that is going to be good for, my suggestion on remapping, or Foxy's, I don't remember who. Yeah, side buttons for 14 are very, 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 very useful. And very nice to have. Yeah, mine are, which, let me just pull up the mouse right quick. So, like, the way that I have mine set up, I have my control and my alt on these two buttons, and then on my side, I have space, tab, and my F10 button is my focus target. So, like, if I'm healing, I am able to just, like, focus my heal target and then go back to focusing the boss by hitting tab, which is very, very nice. I did not know if you were the one who recommended rebinding side buttons or not, Foxy. Like, I just... but yeah, that's what I have, and then F24 is just muting myself in Discord. Side buttons for FPS anyways. Well, the only thing that I'm going to say is this is a very heavy mouse. That is why I don't recommend, like, I don't necessarily recommend this for FPS games, just because it is so very heavy. There are other mice that you can get that have side buttons but aren't, you know, this chonker of a boy. I think... yeah, this is 114 grams or just over 4 ounces weight-wise, which is very heavy for a mouse for FPS games. If you want one that has good side buttons but is a lighter mouse, I also highly recommend my secondary mouse, which is the Pro Super Light. I think that this is like 60-something grams, so it's like practically half the weight. So yeah. Also, like, there's some reports that the G502 is like closer to 130 grams too. So like, it is a chonky mouse. I would not use it for anything that requires precise movements or anything like that. G305 has 2 and is very affordable, but it's 99 grams. Yeah. Zilio's T80, it's pretty chonk. I mean, I very much like having big chunky mice because I have rather large hands. So yeah, there are a lot of options through, and I highly recommend Logitech mice. They are my favorites. It's been a solid daily driver for you the past year. Yeah. Let's see. Let me just pull up Logitech here right quick. No. Leave me alone. I want to show your products. I don't want to actually, like, interact with you. There we go. Gaming mice. Oh my god. This is so cute. If you need, like, a cute mouse that, isn't wireless, like, G203 looks cute, and it looks like it's a decent deal. So the G903, I also have one of these. This is going to be my daily driver on my stream PC once I get it set up. Very, very nice mouse, but yet again, it is a pretty chunky boy, from what I remember. Let's see, specs and details. Yeah, weight, it's 110. It's still a heavy boy. Let's see, the Pro X Superlight is one that I use. This one I highly recommend if you have the money that you can drop on it. It's been what I've been using for my, for Apex, for Overwatch, and all of that for a while now, and I'm very glad that I got it. But gestures at the G305, like this one, you have your remappable side buttons. And then you also have, I believe, let's see, what is that top button? I don't know if it's going to be a mouse wheel release or not, but it might be a remappable one too. Oh. I don't like that this one takes batteries. That's the only issue that I think. Okay, yeah. You can reprogram that button too. top button is DPI. But you can always rebind DPI buttons. I hate having DPI buttons on my mice. Like the top two that I have for Control and Alt on my G502, like they're supposed to be DPI buttons, but I immediately rebound them. Like, not playing with that. Let's see, is there a... Like, if this was a, like, the only thing is, like, if you're going to get a wireless one, make sure that it's rechargeable. Okay, I'll end corded. We'll do corded and rechargeable here. So the G203 would be your option of the two if you wanted either a wireless... I think this one's wired, isn't it? Yeah, this one's wired. But I don't, like, they have such good charging capabilities and good batteries in these mice. I don't know why they're, like, not letting you recharge the other one. Anyways, it's fucked you a few times, not gonna lie. Immediately rebind it to something else. Even if it's just, like, mute in Discord, or just remove the binding completely. Like, my opinion, you should not have to change what your DPI is when you're playing a video game. Let's see. There's the 303 if you want the Shroud edition of a mouse, which, you know, I'm not gonna judge. You do you. Of course, my baby that I'm using currently. Let's see, there's League Mice. The G703. How heavy is this one? Yeah, this one's 95, so it's a little bit less weight, but, like, legitimately, I highly, highly recommend the Pro X Super Light for FPS games. Do I use a Stream Deck? I do. So I have one for my streaming PC, and, well, I had one for my streaming PC, and I recently upgraded it to a larger Stream Deck, but if you can, there are different ways that you can actually make Stream Deck work for things like Final Fantasy XIV and the like. You ordered the Elgato XL one the other day. It's coming today. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. If you get a wireless mouse, for the love of God, do not use Bluetooth. Don't use Bluetooth. Use the fucking dongle. Bluetooth is garbage when it comes to latency. Not if you're FPSing, but yeah, there are some ways to use Stream Decks for different video games and the like, and I do highly, highly recommend it. It might not be a good option for something like if you're playing like Apex or whatnot, but if you're playing stuff like MMOs and things like that, you can absolutely integrate your Stream Deck into being part of your setup for that. But yeah, I use mine for, like, for example, hold on, let me click through here. So for example, mine, I can bring up my teleport. I can bring up teleporting for that. My friends list. Ready check, but I don't have the, I don't have people in party for that. You can do a countdown. Nope. I've got, like, some other different timers on there. I've got where I can swap classes very easily here. I've got all of my other gear sets for things, and also I have emotes bound to my Stream Deck, so I can just, like, see the icons, so I know exactly what I'm going to be using, which is very handy, because I do get very confused about what emotes I need to be looking for. But yeah, there's some very good things with that. I will also say, if you want more information on some of the things when it comes to the Stream Deck, particularly for Final Fantasy XIV, Discord me, or, like, drop down to the 14 section in the Discord, which, if you're not already in it, another Discord button, or another Stream Deck button. It's stuff that I won't talk about on stream, because of reasons. If you have to ask, then you don't need to know yet. But yeah, I do highly, 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 highly recommend, like, having where you can customize your setup as much as you can for what your comfort level is. And I like mine. And, you know, I know that I have a lot of weird keyboards to kind of facilitate that, and I'm looking at another weird keyboard eventually because it is expensive, but, someday. Someday. Because what I would like to eventually get is... is this boy. Me realizing that I don't have my screen actually set up correct. Whoops. Okay, yeah. Come on. There we go. You're gonna build your own keyboard one day? I have been very, very happy with the one that I built for just general typing. I have the GMMK Pro for the base of my keyboard, which is a nice heavy boy. And let's see, I've got Holy Pandas, the drop ones, and it is the GMK laser keycaps. And yes, this was a very expensive keyboard to build, but it has made me very happy and I love it a lot. But you don't have to build a keyboard if you don't want to. Like, there are plenty of very, very nice keyboards now coming out for just consumer consumption. And like there is a version, not of the Moonlander, but of the ErgoDox that you can actually get and make yourself. But I really love these thumb clusters. Like, legitimately, this is 2/3 of why I want the keyboard. But like, I will eventually own one. The only problem is it's hella expensive. Especially compared to what I paid for all of my keyboards. Like, where's the pricing on you? Okay, they're buy now. Without, like, customization, it's almost $400. You have a way overpriced keyboard, you were a fool and did not know. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. And, like, you would think that buying a keyboard that's, like, from a reputable brand, that's, like, slightly more expensive would be a better experience. Number one, fuck Razer keyboards. They are not a better experience. Logitech keyboards are pretty okay. Which is nice. But also, I want, like, one thing that I want to say about this is I believe that these are hot swap. Is, like, all of the keys are hot swap, which is really, really nice. But yeah, I would love to get this one day, but not with a fucking Cherry MX Brown, tactile. I guess I would go linear then, if that's the only things that I've got available. Box Black wouldn't be bad. But do not touch the clicky. No. I actually don't know anything about the Kale Copper. Oh, actually, if these are heavier than the silvers, I would actually really love them. Like, I really liked my, my Speed Silver linears, but if it's just tactile, like, okay then. Oh no, not MX Blues! No! Oh, caveman! Oh no! I mean, I can't say anything. My first big girl keyboard was definitely a Razer with MX Blues because I thought, oh, that clicky sounds like they would be nice. Yeah, but I might actually get them in Kale Copper if I ever get to where I can afford this keyboard because I would love to have this. I would love to have this someday, but I just don't have the $400 to drop on it. Just, you know, I will shill for companies if they will give me money or items. It's like a Chinese odd friend, not gonna lie. That is arguably not as bad as having a razor then. So, you know, I'll take it. Oh, God, excuse me. Okay, me back to video game once again instead of ranting. I see you have chosen the mutually beneficial option. Logical. Setting aside the matter of Sir, there are 3 elements of the report on which I desire clarification. First of these concerns is the progression of the final days in Rods at Hand. I recognize no pattern in those who succumbed to the transformation and those who did not. That's a bit of a trek if you want to take a chat with the locals. How about we lend you an airship? We do not require such outmoded technology. Morgan's teleportation spell is the most efficient option for long-distance travel. This chassis is a model, essentially a toy. An alpha, despite his organic composition, is indistinguishable from a stuffed doll. Oh, I love alpha so much. Conclusion, we qualify as material possessions. Pick us up and you can teleport the 3 of us to our destination. I think I do have a fluffy chocobo on my throne list if anybody wants to give me... Yeah, Alpha's a living plushie! Well, I don't think that there's, I don't think that there's an actual Alpha plush available in the US anymore. Yeah, people are selling him for like $120-something. Although apparently you can get him proxy through CD Japan for, you know, $40 instead of being, you know, that expensive. Interesting. But I think that there was a time where you could still get him on the, oh god, what is the storefront? I think in the UK? Yeah, Europe. Yeah, he's no longer available in the UK too. Damn. Someday I will own him. Someday. You're gonna start a plushie collection and bury yourself in them when you sleep. Valid and understandable. I wish that I could do that. You know, it's one of those cases of just like, if anybody wants to buy me the alpha plush, I do have a P.O. box to send it to. If we can't get it via means that Throne could get it to me. Sensors indicate we have arrived at Rods at Hand. Objective, identify the factors for resistance to involuntary transformation. I know, I'm sad. I want my fluffy little boy someday. So we keep having dips in frame rate. I'm gonna have to fight my computer later. Hypothesis, unaltered survivors of the final days will display significant strength of heart. Confirming this theory will require the cooperation of life subjects. Where is the ward designated for residential habitation? Nope. Hyman! Understood. Karma is set as our sub-destination. Please take lead and select the subjects we are to interview. Omega and Alpha are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Alright. Actually, I'm going to take a minute here since I've been streaming for 2 hours. Number 1, I forgot to run ads. Number 2, I need to pee. I'll be right back. Oh, the alpha plush was like a thing that came out a while back, and like I think that it like sold out in the US pretty quickly. I know the last time that I looked at the alpha plush, which was like legitimately months to almost a year ago probably, there was still like some in the UK store, but like that was the only place that I know of that there were any left. But also, yeah, I know that I passed you in the moon. Like, I literally called out that you were AFK. I literally said that, and you just didn't hear me. Alright, this way we go. We all love a fluffy alpha. Warning, please avoid taking stairs wherever possible. My projection indicates high risk probability for accidental slippage leading to catastrophic structural damage. Oh my god. Stepped inclines also increase my energy consumption by 63%. In mortal terms, they tire me out. Taking into account the difference in individual limb length, the design is inherently flawed. A convenient step height for one is an exhausting trial for another. Were I to oversee civic design of the settlement, I would construct a sloped conveyor belt which enabled automatic traversal, zero personal energy expenditure. Alpha chirps enthusiastically, apparently unfazed by the prospect of climbing the stairs. We gotta take the stairs though, boys. Hi, Kira! Man, I want the Omega Minion. Do you get that from normal, or can you only get that from... I mean, we can watch. It seems he makes little steppies. But I suspect, like, particularly tall stairs he would have to jump. Are you a traveler? Please, if you have a moment, I could use an outsider's perspective. You see, I was one of those who sought to escape the madness plaguing the world by fleeing to the moon. Not that we ever went in the end. So here I am, recently returned from Charlie, and except now things are strained between my sister and I since she chose to stay and I chose to leave. I asked her to help me find work, and she suggests I look somewhere that isn't Thavnir, as if I wanted to abandon my home. Ugh, it makes me so angry. Your point is unclear. You elected to relocate to the star satellite, thus your relative now perceives you in a negative light? Your sibling's judgment is in error. Based on the information made available to Hanish citizens, your decision to withdraw to the moon was both logical and correct. Conversely, the decision to remain in Rots at Hand, despite the low probability of survival, defies explanation. Perhaps our reasoning pathways are faulty. That's right. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but I'm right, aren't I? Or so I'd like to think. The problem is I understand why my sister feels this way. I almost decided against going myself. Even then, I wasn't sure that leaving behind everything I loved was the right choice. And with the way it all turned out, Sorry, lip balm time. Ahadi. Or Muddy. Oh, hello again. You're the one who came to ask me questions about Kazal. I'm glad to see you looking well after all that unpleasantness. I remember the burning skies and hearing the screams, but truth be told, I'm still confused as to what actually happened. I only know it wasn't unusual for entire families to go missing. Many of my neighbors' houses lie empty even now. Kazal's place is one of them. He has no close relatives to speak of, and I heard that it was members of the consortium who came to remove his belongings. What a terrible thing to have to do. Terrible, Zal's passing was recorded in the report. Clearing out his domicile and readying it for a new habitation seems an appropriate reallocation of resources. Dear me, what a clever little contraption. But of course I'm not against making use of his quarters. That would be wasteful. It's simply because Zal was always a vigorous person. All that passion, all those dreams, suddenly gone. I feel the same sorrow for everyone who was lost. Seeing the remnants of those vibrant lives packed away in boxes, that's what I mean by terrible. Honestly, this makes me super happy. Like, I would love for Omega to, like, be a companion that's, like, understanding of us. Hey, don't I know you? Yes, after the beasts were taken care of, you told me to join everyone in the square. Thanks to you, I was there when Vitra gave his speech, and I found out who Vershawn really was. It's a shame we don't go play like we used to, but Mama says Vitra has been busy putting the city back in order. Maybe I can work for him one day, when I'm a man grown. Vitra, Midgardstormer's offspring, yes, and his child wishes to put himself at the worm's command, that he might make his own contribution to society. A pattern emerges. I predict the haunted survivors are those who had ingested Vitra's blood and become his draconic minions. Omega, no! No, I don't think he'll be in any form other than this, but I would like to have him as a more constant companion. Oh god. Though dragons were no match for our civilization's might, their combat capabilities are not to be underestimated. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. It is unlikely they would experience emotions of dread or uncertainty as exhibited by lesser beings in times of undue stress. Dragons? I'm not a dragon and I never ingested anyone's blood either. Ew. You are not of Vitra's horde? Then you possess no hidden means to fight off the beasts. What of fear then? You were frightened? Yes, I was frightened. I just hid and hoped they wouldn't find me, at least until she told me it was safe to come out. Morrigan, I require a moment to process this input. Let us move apart and discuss our findings. Yeah, Omega becoming a chocobo doesn't make any sense. Processing data, evaluating hypothesis against accumulated evidence. I offered an optimal analysis of each subject's testimony, yet each time their responses conflicted with my assessment. Without identifying the root cause of this conflict, I will be unable to properly define what constitutes strength of heart. Perhaps the heart you seek lies in the conflict itself. Perhaps we should continue questioning. Perhaps this matter is beyond you. An interesting observation. It is possible my base criteria is an error. In which case, it is imperative that I continue this learning process and repair any fundamental misconceptions. Next, I wish to interact with an individual who endured similar circumstances to Kazal prior to his transformation. Are you acquainted with any local merchants who had dealings with him? A few, actually. Exactly who I was thinking of. Dijima of Rudavia Fibers. Acknowledged. Sub-destination set. I love that Alpha's little wingies are like just out and flapping as he runs. He's so cute. Him run. Look at him go. Someday I'll stop having a... Oh, good God. A big old soft spot for fluffy things, but not anytime soon. Alright, I want to stop up here before we go to the actual, next location. Time to exhaust all dialogue options. Halt, Morrigan. Do not proceed beyond the fence. In this body, birds of that size present lethal, unthinking threats. They will peck my casing apart, searching for meat that does not exist. Conversely, Alpha can correctly identify my absence of nutritional content. If only he would apply that intelligence towards maintaining a regular feeding schedule, poor habits adversely affect his mobility. Aww, he worries about Alpha! That's so cute! Quay? Alpha looks back and forth between the Omega and the hamster, showing visible concern. Oh, my heart. I love them. Oh, right, I actually have to go down over here so Omega can actually walk instead. Well, you know, the follower don't jump off things. Oh, curse my habit for jumping off of everything for traversal. Oh wait, right here I think? Yeah. Well, look who it is. I must thank you again for your help in moving our textiles. Recovering from those tragic events has been difficult, of course, but with everyone pulling together, we've managed to get things back up and running. The tired is seeping in really badly right now. Jinba Baha, I come with questions related to that tragedy, specifically your survival of the final days. Although you're similar to Kazal in many respects, he succumbed to the transformation and you did not. Why? What is the critical difference between you and him? What? I am not sure. I don't know. I'm sure I don't know. I'm not especially brave or courageous, if that's what you're asking. Perhaps being focused on protecting our workshop kept me from spinning into a panic. Still, I imagine Kazal would have been feeling the same sense of responsibility. Perhaps the weight of it all is what invited his demise. You were of the same mind, resolved to the same purpose. Yet your strength of heart and spirit was not equal. If merely emulating the individual is insufficient, then some other unforeseen factor must be involved. Ahem, not to interrupt these deep philosophical musings, but do you think I could ask you a small favor? There's a man by the name of Nashvan who's been helping us out here while he gets back on his feet. I have a feeling he'd benefit from speaking with you. Leave by the eastern exit and you should find him just outside organizing some new inventory items. Yeah, I love fluffy things so much. It's one of the reasons I make plushies. Plushies are fun. The equipment being manufactured here is worn to perform specific duties, yes? Conceptually, it seems analogous to our practice of switching frames to better serve our mission objectives. I, for example, did not begin existence with the Omega model. I was originally supplied with a standard issue Omicron chassis, the serial number M017. Zale, whenever she saw Moogle, right? Zale loving the Moogles is one of the cutest and most wholesome things, and I love it. On this world, that alphanumeric combination would be considered my given name. Such designations are drawn from our nearly infinite register of celestial bodies to avoid the possibility of duplication. Furthermore, the cluster known as M017 is better expressed in your language as the Omega Nebula, same word I use to introduce myself to your kind. Though you associate Omega with Advanced Weapon Construct, it is also my name, and I see no reason to change it no matter what frame I inhabit. Alpha puffs out his chest proudly, seeming to imply that his Ironworks uniform is the best attire anyone could wear. Alpha's so cute, what the fuck? Oh my heart, I'm gonna fucking cry. Alright, I think that we're looking for someone through here? Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, good, they didn't jump down. That's all our orders accounted for, and everything looks to be of good quality. Kamala will be pleased. You were with the Scions. You were there. Yes, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget that day. You and your friends helped us escape when people began changing into beasts. My own son, he was afflicted. Then that huge monstrosity loomed right over him, and I remember, my heart turning to ice, freezing in place, and the satrap came to my aid, but he too was gone. Oh, I won! The memories run together in my mind like flashes from a nightmare. Only the words of your comrades still ring clear. I repeated them over and over like a mantra as I fled for my life. You must run for their sake and your own. It all seemed so surreal, which is probably why what saved me from the transformation. The truth of it didn't begin to sink in until the worst of it was over. I have not the words to describe how I felt then, the sorrow, the overwhelming sense of helplessness. I may still be wallowing in misery if not for my old friend Dijimbaha. I had lost my will to work, and he encouraged me with kind words, odd jobs, and now somehow I live again. I am thankful to him and the courageous Ayawan, and to you. If you see your comrades, please let them know that their efforts were not in vain. Excuse me. You said you lost your will to work. This signifies the cessation of efforts to maintain basic life functions, yes? What changed to extract you from that stagnation? An offer of work from Dijimbaha should mean little to one without the desire to accept it. Was it some manner of moral instinct, a primal need to survive and thrive? Instinct? No, it wasn't that. If anything, my instincts were telling me to lay down and welcome an end to the pain. Every day I think about my boy's final moments. I think of how scared he must have been, how it must have hurt, and I want to scream my throat raw. The satrap, too, still haunts my dreams. I see him being swallowed whole and jolt awake in a cold sweat. But something changed when Dijinbaha came to me. I looked up and saw that, even without my son or Ahewan, the world around me continued to turn. And because that fact grieves me so, I knew it fell to me to live on and remember them. Strange, isn't it? What drives me to rise in the morning is the very sorrow which once crippled me. Now I really must return to my work. To lose this job after everything I just said would be a poor jest indeed. May the sisters keep you well. Sorrow, the emotion generated by mortals when their ideals fail to materialize. This I have observed. Yet when I listen to how Nashvan's sorrow served to rescue him from near-fatal despondency, his logic eludes me. Am I incapable of perceiving the full measure of the heart's properties? My best projections fail to predict our subjects' responses, and despite their almost equal occupational and mental parameters, Dijimbaha and Kasalhal exhibited different reactions to the dynamis effect. I am no closer to recognizing the pattern for involuntary transformations, and your ephemeral mortal spirit confounds me as much, if not more, than they did before. Have you considered that there is no pattern to the people afflicted? The hearts of others were ever shrouded in mystery. Perhaps it's time we moved on to the next element you wanted clarified. The hearts of others were ever shrouded in mystery. Even to you, this matter is more complicated than I initially calculated. If those possessed of heart cannot fathom the behavior of their own kind, then my lack of understanding is inevitable. I will hydrate, thank you. I do be reading a lot. My investigations here are exhausted. In lieu of a full conclusion, I will settle for storing this accumulated data for future analysis. Let us progress to the next element of the report, that you might continue my education. Sorry, Mitty. Our next destination will be Camp Broken Glass. I desire elaboration on dealings between Ilsebar contingent and the citizens of Garlemald. The report described the contingent's purpose as the salvation of the local populace. Furthermore, both factions face a common enemy in the Telophoroi. Why did they not immediately combine forces to their mutual benefit? This inconsistency requires closer examination. Morgan, initiate teleportation. Oh no, I've got the hiccups. Oh, I'll be okay. Teleportation successful. Evaluating immediate environs. A cold weather region by Aetherius standards was significantly less extreme than a star with ice planet classification. This body should not be unduly impeded. In contrast to Alpha and his uncontrollable shivering, my frame appears highly resistant to low temperatures. Oh, Alpha, the little wiggle, no! Can I get the baby a coat, please? Please? Retrieving data. Records indicate that remnants of the contingent force and a number of Imperial citizens yet inhabit this location. We must speak with the representatives from both factions and explore their respective attitudes. Proceed. Alright. This looks like a just go here and do these. Okay. Alright, where the hecky? There we go. Morrigan, come to see how things are progressing, have you? I can't speak for the overall strategy, but since communications with the locals has become a damn sight easier since Julius and his soldiers stepped in to help. Oh, we'll still face our fair share of distrust, of course. Some folk even think that we're enslaving minds with our foreign magics. We have Anima to thank for putting that idea in their heads. But all things considered, I'd say we're doing pretty well. Establishing an open dialogue was the first big step. Query, you consider this level of progress acceptable? The reality of your efforts falls far short of the ideal. Your aim is to improve efficient succor to the local populace, then absorbing their numbers into your command structure would be the optimal path. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. We're not looking to take over their nation. If we're doing this the right way, we need to recognize and respect each other's way of life. While it may not be the easiest solution, I agree that with the contingent's slow and steady approach, I'm just happy we're saving lives. A shadow from the past? Yes, I know you from Victor's Spoils. Have you come to laugh at me, a wretch who chose to lose Licinia and her sister rather than accept your help? The fool who ended up reliant upon your charity nonetheless? Well, perhaps I deserve your derision. My compatriots surely scorned my failed conviction. I have shamed my people and brought dishonor upon my nation. I am no better than a kept beast, my pride sold for a bowl of feed. But my soul, nay, that you shall not have. I refuse your honeyed offers of a new home. This land is where I belong, and this is where I shall remain. That's your own damn choice, then. You demonstrate the opposition to the contingent's overtures. On what basis do you refuse this cooperation? The data suggests the local populace is struggling to produce the bare minimum of sustenance. Have you some secret strategy for survival, or do your orders compel you to accept your present misfortune? What? Must I be mocked by a Magitech toy now? No, I have no secret strategy, no binding orders, but I comport myself as any true Garlean patriot would, uncompromising, unbending. And die for it. Blast it all. Once again, this input is unanticipated. Let's move aside and process what we have heard. Where are we going? Over here. Okay. We might not end up doing any bit of Hildibrand's quests today. Oof, I am very, very tired and my throat's really sore from yesterday too. Assessing and analyzing recorded data. Integration complete. I have evaluated this most recent input and made comparisons to our discoveries at Rods at Hun. Consistent only in their inconsistency, the responses from both contingent members and Imperial citizens were highly irrational. Conversely, any Omicron considering their predicament would have echoed my assessment exactly. The divergence from self-evident logic is key. Hypothesis. The illogical relationship between the would-be saviors and suffering populace is another result of the unpredictable nature of mortal hearts. Any property or ability has inherent advantages and disadvantages. Yet I have never encountered such a unique determinant. It appears that those who share your metaphysical capabilities are prone to complicating simple cognitive processes. An undesirable quality. I will, however, persist in furthering my understanding of the subject. Query. Prior to formulating our next step, I wish to know who is this Lucinia the Imperial mentioned? Acknowledged. To summarize, insufficient data on foreign culture resulted in inadvisable and ultimately fatal action. I witnessed such self-destruction behavior during the course of our planetary conquest. Overwhelmed enemy forces would voluntarily withdraw into perilous regions, leading to a succession of inevitable losses. Tangential data request. I wish to learn about burial customs. The practice has ever seemed nonsensical, but when new data suggests it arises from the same source as your cognitive complications. Take me to this Lucinia's burial site. It may aid me in understand. Energy delivery system compromised. Core temperature critically low. Warning, immediate heating required. Request, apply friction to outer frame. Aw, Alpha trying to warm him up. Oh no. We get to pet Omega! Let's go! Temperature nominal. Energy level stabilizing. The creators of this model must have experienced impaired cognitive reasoning during the design process. Upon our return, I will request additional climate shielding as well as an accurate temperature sensor array. This will not affect my combat capabilities, but it should improve my basic survival rate. Reconfirming sub-destination. In which direction will we find Victor's spoils? Acknowledged. Alpha, you are to remain in close proximity, close enough to envelop me in your feathers. You are permitted to carry me on your back if you so choose. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. Ah, that's so cute! Oh my god, okay. I love this game. I love this game so much. I love this bit of just, like, showing potential growth. I love that. I love seeing characters develop and become, like, new and better characters, or at least, like, different. I think it was back here, right? Oh, here we go. A deceptively deep snowdrift almost defeated me, but we have successfully arrived at the location you indicated. Caution advised. An unknown individual appears to be investigating the objects of my interest. You're Eosia's champion, aren't you? Morgan Aldana. Oops, give me like 2 seconds here. I didn't notice what time it was. I will also run a very quick ad that will hopefully last us the rest of, stream here. Okay, sorry about that. And god, hiccups still. Fuck. Ugh. But yeah, I probably won't be going for way much longer. Like I said, I want to get through this, and that might be all that I end up doing today, because I'm a tired bab. Not enough sleep because I was anxious about today. But then I will rest soon and be up in plenty of time for Final Fantasy XIV stuff, because I can't wait for the next patch. Alright. Now I'm back. Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I am Manus, soldier of the First Legion and comrade of Julius. Perhaps you remember me from Tetrium. We spoke about collecting ceruleum, and later on, after Lord Quintus had passed. Why the whiteout screen? We never need whiteout screens. You two is likely going to take up your week, meaning your Stormblood run will be on hold. Understandable. Manus, explanation requested. What is the reason for your presence here? That must be the tiniest Magitech weapon no, it's just an oddly shaped communicator, isn't it? Not the flashbang, right? In any case, I have nothing worthy to report. I heard that the sisters who used to live in my sector were buried here, so I thought I'd come and pay my respects. Alphino and Alize told me the story, complete with profuse apologies, though they were adamant that no amount of remorse could erase the tragedy of what came to pass. Not that my fellow soldiers and I are in any place to judge. We were manipulated, fooled into starting an insurrection which led to countless deaths among our own countrymen. Joints. Objection. The casualties incurred through your infighting are distinct from those caused by the Ilsebrid contingent. To restate, you are justified in seeking restitution from the contingent for causing the deaths of Licinia and her sister. Retaliation for damages sustained is also a logical progression. I can deduce 2 reasons why you do not initiate hostilities with Morgan and her allies. 1, you judge your remaining forces too weak to contend effectively with the contingent. 2, your emotions are complicating the issue. He's learning a little bit. Tell me, which of these is correct? Well, when you lay it out like that... I'm afraid my answer isn't like to win me any medals, so would you mind keeping this to yourselves? There's an unspoken thought that we're outmatched on the battlefield, certainly, but the real reason I'm not demanding restitution has little to do with weighing the odds. The simple truth is I'm so caught up with simple survival that I've no strength to spare for past grievances. The same goes for avenging any comrades we've lost, be that my brothers in arms or Lord Quintus himself. I mean, Lord Quintus kind of did the thing to himself, so, like, go take that up with his ghost. Although it seems everyone has an opinion about the matter of his passing. Some say he should have fought till the end, that he abandoned us to the enemy. Others praise him for taking the full burden of responsibility and freeing us to walk our own path. I don't know who's right and who's wrong, but I'm inclined to side with the latter. He gave us the choice of freedom, and that's the choice I made. I could cry and rant and rage, but what is the point? I'll save my energy for worrying about my next meal, my next task. I need to focus on the ones left behind, on making some kind of life for my comrades and me. And if I need to lean on the contingent to do that, then that's what I'll do. Even if their aid comes at a price, I'm willing to pay it. Even amongst your own, there are times when cooperation demands compromise. What matter that they're outsiders? That's such a weird way to phrase that. Besides, I think I could grow to like Alphino and Alisaie. They've reached out to us with kindness and compassion from the very beginning. As has most of Eorzea that chose to reach out at all. Summation. Your desire to survive, even should it mean allying with the contingent, was the feeling you already harbored. That your side has committed to worse atrocities was the logic you invented later to justify your reasoning. Blunt but accurate, I suppose. The heart is honest about what it wants, even if the mind takes a while to reconcile the decision. That is a statement. That is a whole ass statement. Okay. Well, this has been oddly cathartic, but I must return to my duties. There are wild beasts to cull, watch fires to light, supplies to transport. Even without an emperor, there's no rest for an imperial. Be well and stay safe. Upon review of recent input, I have arrived at an unexpected conclusion. I have been formulating my assessment on the premise that it was man who commanded the strength of his heart, but the data suggests that the opposite is true. The surge of spirit, of feelings, of emotions can entangle your thoughts to such a degree that even control over your own behavior is compromised. It seems the most counterproductive specification. This also explains why my interactions with mortal subjects has produced more confusion than clarification. It presents a formidable barrier to understanding. He's starting to get it. My earlier hypothesis has been borne out. The suboptimal operation being conducted here is the result of emotionally compromised reasoning. I am ready to progress to my third and final query. I would learn more about those referred to as the Ancients. What? Game, don't do this to me, okay? Don't do this to me, not today. I am already welling up just at the fucking mention of... I hate myself. It's clear that this group was a crucial factor for the final days, but the information contained in the report was insufficient to form an overview. Loporrits are creations of the ancients and are said to maintain the repositories of their knowledge. By my calculations, the base of these moon dwellers will provide the best source of additional data. Okay, they're not making me go to Elpis. I'm like, if they are making me somehow take Omega with me to Elpis for observing the ancients there, I am going to lose my shit. Okay. By my calculations, the base of these moon dwellers will provide the best source of additional data. Teleport us to their burrow, Morrigan, preferably before my battery freezes over. Okay, I'm more okay. I'm still not great, but I am more okay. Ah, the music. Just a little touch of home here. Hi, Twopic! How are you, darling? But when doesn't this game choose violence with me, let's be honest. Your teleportation spell was successful. We have arrived at the location described as Bestway Burrow. An inspection of the technology in use here would give me detailed insight into the ancients and their civilization. This body, however, lacks my previous frame's advanced observational functionality. I will require external assistance. Bunny! No, it can't be. Oh, it is you. Oh, Morgan, I've missed you so. Hi, Growing Way. Oh, what's this you've brought with you? This soft feathery vision? We've been outfluffed. Pack up the moon, it's all over. Oh no! Oh no! Yes! Oh my god! Yep. Growing Way. You're fine, darling. Oh no. Why bother with burrow building bunnies when you could walk around with this adorable avian engineer? Just bake me into a pie and be done with it. I love my Loporrit keychain, Growing Way, come on! Me wanting a chocobo plushie doesn't count! We have more space in our hearts for more than one fluffy creature. Inspect our inventions. Wait, so you're not done with us? Ha, I wasn't truly worried, of course. I certainly wasn't about to roll myself into dough and dive into Cooking Way's new oven. Ahem! If a technical breakdown is what you need, then I am your Loporrit. As a resident atmospheric regulation expert, I can field any question or query you might care to pose. Betraying the bunnies. Shush! Acceptable. I will employ this being to guide me around the facilities. Your presence is not mandatory. Even locked within my current chassis, I am still an autonomous construct that has endured hundreds of your life cycles. I am capable of completing this simple objective alone. Me scoops up Alpha, so where do you want to go, little buddy? Aw, bye, Alpha. Have I just been vibing here since then? Morgan just shuts down for a few hours. Objective complete. Was the tour helpful? What happened to Growing Way? After my 50th question, his responses began to suffer noticeable delays. By that stage, we had viewed By that stage, we had viewed a representative cross-section of Loperate engineering, thus I deemed it unnecessary to retain his company. Alpha is also tired. In conclusion, extrapolating from the fraction of technology on display, the full spectrum of the Ancients' advancements was, at minimum, equivalent to a level 4 civilization. I think Mori just curled up, like, right here and took a nap. In fact, a fact which demands further investigation. Despite establishing a near-ideal society, these beings nevertheless harbored a weakness which invited self-destruction. In studying them, I stand to gain a greater understanding of Sir's anomalous decision. Growing Way informed me that another type of ancient-made entity exists upon this satellite, the one they call the Watcher. I would speak to him. Only the carrots that make you high. Then conserve your aether. We will ride this Argos to our destination, as you have suggested. Puppy time! I do love the pod mount so much. I'm so glad that I got it. Someday I will get Fenrir, but for now, I have another puppy dog! Hi, Argos. Our impotence detected. The creature identified as Argos refuses to acknowledge our presence. Hypothesis. Upon our arrival, Growing Way expressed concern that he had been outfluffed. This suggests the existence of a fluff-based hierarchy! No! Oh my god. It is a very cool near mount, and it is one that you can get for 300,000 MGP at the Gold Saucer, so you don't although I think you do have to do the Omega raids to get it too. But you know, it is not something that you have to grind for beyond getting the currency, which you can do with Fashion Report and other things, but I've been really lazy about getting my my Fashion Report shit done. You don't think there's a stoning way? You better believe that there's a stoning way. My station in such a system would be predictably low, but Argos is adamant in ignoring even Alpha. Its fluffiness level is impossible to gauge. Argos turns to you with an impassive gaze. It seems you will need to intervene. You're the fluffiest of them all, dear Argos. Going my way, oh no. There's an everything way, yes. Just think of them as luggage. No, you're the fluffiest of them all. Happy puppy! Argos gives an exasperated snort before motioning to his back. It seems you have permission to climb aboard. You have secured the creature's permission. Curious, is it your fluffy ears which provide exemplary standing in the hierarchy? Wait, is that different for every race? Like, that has to be, right? Like, that has to be like Miko and Miko, Roth and Viera, right? Like, for the fluffy ears. I wonder what they say to a Hearer. I can't wait to get to this on Thena to see. I have allowed myself to become distracted. Let us continue on to the Watcher at once. The music every fucking time. I was bemused by the arrival of these small visitors, but I see they are companions of yours. What a rare thing for my abode to be thus crowded. How may I be of service to you? Hello, Watcher. My purpose here is to learn more about the ancients. I would know of their deeds, their philosophies, the very nature of their hearts. I would understand why the final days was visited upon my home star. A worthy endeavor, but there is another better suited to assisting you with that task. Perhaps you might favor us with a tale or two of the ancients you met during your travels, Morrigan. Oh god, have I played Final Fantasy IV? I have not. It is on my list of Final Fantasy games to play. The only ones that I've played is I played most of the way through 15 and 14, obviously, where I have played through basically the entire game, except for side things that I need to like go back and finish out. I have not played any of the earlier games, but they are on like a plan to eventually play through as soon as I get some more stuff set up. My fragmented memories would be pale substitute indeed for the clarity of your more recent experiences. Me just trying not to cry. Oh, the expression! Oh no! Oh, I love that shows how fond she was of everyone too. Like, Do I have the option of the 2D or 3D or 2D version? I think so. Like, I'd be playing it off Steam. I think that I've got the 2D version gifted to me, actually. Yes, I can envision every detail. Your meeting with Vana and Amet, Selk, and Hythlodaeus. The sorrow and determination of Hermes. Mentioning my husband first. I am a creation of Hydaelyn, and as such, I believe the age of the ancients would fade and be forgotten. Yet knowing that their memory lives so vividly within you, it brings me great joy. I pray you keep them close to your heart. I'm not okay. At the time of your journey to the past, the one whose essence I embody would have been a scholar at Anadyr. A shame. Had you reason to go there, perhaps you might have met. I mean, as a man of learning, he was firm friends with Vana. They spent long hours trading theories or debating laws of the universe. I remember joining her faction as the final days bore upon us, yet of the events surrounding the tragedy, I recall precious little. Hydaelyn wished for the people of your age to decide their own path. Thus, I suspect my recollection was limited by design. Yet even she could not cut away one persistent memory. I feel most distinctly his sadness at what was to come to pass, in that in becoming Hydaelyn's heart, Vana would forever stand apart from the people she so loved. If she was so resolved in her convictions, then he too would share her sleepless vigil over the future yet to unfold. Thus was the vow he made to Vana as her transformation took hold. His fervent wish must have reached her in some fashion, for though his life was drained away by the summoning, he was reborn with new form and new purpose when I awoke as the Watcher of the Moon. Are we going to be learning more about the Watcher? Am I going to have, like, one ancient being to cling to and sob about for the rest of my life? Oh, no. And you heard, Morgan, you felt, you thought, and in seizing the future for yourself, have you brought full circle the saga which Vana began. What you accomplished was no divine miracle. It was but the beacon of hope, passed down from one generation to the next, a succession of wishes and prayers reshaping the star into the world we knew you deserved. You have our deepest gratitude. I thank you not only as myself, but as the man I once was, and on behalf of those who devoted themselves to Vana's vision. I am not okay! What the fuck, game? I was expecting to be like a little bit emotional, but this is like a throat punch. What the fuck? I understand the facts of your story, Morrigan, but not how you have chosen to process them. On what grounds do you speak of Anna with such fondness? She's mom. By sundering the world, she ultimately guided your kind to victory, yet in doing so caused irreparable damage to its individual members. True, true. Oh, don't you start with this! You're not starting this music right now! No! Bad game! Bad! Shut the fuck up, Rosie. That's you. I am just emotional way. Oh my god. The full scale of that act is beyond calculation. It is evident, however, that it resulted in a protracted period of suboptimal existence for Metzelk and his brethren. Query. If the survival of your kind is the deciding factor for your evaluation, then should you not also admire Hermes and his decision to subject man to a trial, forcing you to change or perish? It was the fate of countless civilizations before you. You're an hour before quitting 14, right? Are the party finders not going well, Moon? From my perspective, his determination was similar to that of the Omicron's ancestors, those who first began trading flesh for machine, so that our people might stand against the onslaught of aggression from other races. Dogshit, I am so sorry. It was an unprecedented attempt, accompanied by much failure and sacrifice. Their early experiments were crude, primitive. Might as well join a Penx or Rot Prog. Oh god, are people joining up for like Act 2 prog and they're like not getting through Penx at all? Because like, Jesus Christ, the number of people that like just wing that shit. I'm just like, I wish I had your confidence to join a party finder like that, you know? Had they not made those first advances, however, we would have remained vulnerable to our environment. The violence would have utterly consumed us. And what of Metzelk himself? Judging by your retelling, he was a benevolent ally saddled with a tragic fate. Yet I remember the years with my instruments fed me data from events across the star. During that time, I witnessed his Asian engineer Yet I remember the years when my instruments fed me data from events across the entire star. During that time, I witnessed his Asians engineer multiple instances of cataclysmic strife. These calamities, as you know them, were responsible for planet-wide destruction. A man whose endgame relied upon the extinction of all modern mortals must, by definition, be your worst enemy. It's more complicated than that. I love all of the expressions to these moments that, like, Mori is giving because they are just the perfect expressions, I swear. I require an answer. As a being of heart and soul, how do you classify each of these pivotal figures? From your perspective, which of them was most justified in their actions? They were all justified in their own way. Vna, Hermes, and Metzelk, none of them were. I mean, all of them were, and none of them were at the same time. No, they were all justified in their own way. I think I understand. You seek a definitive answer, yet based on our experiences, Morgan and I might develop very different opinions. In the same fashion, you are free to form your own thoughts on the matter. Do not be so swift to consider them without merit. I do not have my own thoughts on the matter. I assess each situation with the same logic pathways available to every Omicron. Even if 1,000 Omicrons were asked to analyze the same event, they would all return the same result, regardless of individual experience. There is no strength to be found in fractured reasoning. Nonetheless, I find your input valuable, recording data alongside interview results. This concludes my investigation into the incomplete elements of the final day's report. I would imagine that they have their own outer space if it's going to be a case of like their, you know, different universes that are a reflection of our own, the way that they're indicating. But that makes no sense. Well, I think that it's a case of like, it's a difficult thing because on one hand, like, we're not able to just travel to the different worlds via the Ragnarok, which I think would make the most sense. But them not having their own version of space also makes no sense if they're going to have, like, their own universes. Omega saying, yeah, I saw everything they did to Atheris. Have I reached that point? Which means to not only center the planet, but the universe. See, that's what I've always thought, Zoe, is I've always thought that it's like a physical planet in the same orbit. But, like, we just couldn't go there before because of those spaceships? Yeah. Maybe Ultima Thule is just on the border of reflections. I don't know. That's the biggest issue, is just like, are they each their own universe? Or are they each just their own planet? Because I mean, like, here's the big kink in the works here with, you know, Tola talking about figuring out ways to go to the other reflections. Like, if they're just other worlds, you hop on the fucking Ragnarok and go. So I don't know. And we will be getting answers to this sooner rather than later. So that's a good thing. And I'm excited to see it because, number one, I want people to be able to go to the first, and I want to be able to go back and see Reen, and I want Reen to see her dad's again. Just use up all the fuel for the Ragnarok to get the fuel. Yeah. Like, it's a matter of refueling and figuring out, like, how much fuel is necessary to get to these other reflections and how far away they are. You think it's separate universes, otherwise we wouldn't need to get to the first the way we did. But, that being said, like, getting to the first the way that we did makes sense even if it is a different, you know, just world in the universe, because we didn't have space travel. What he said about the Asians did implied it only affected the Theros and not where Omega was. Right. So it's like, but not only affected Atheris, but what entails in that is a big question mark. They're gonna have to, like, untangle this spaghetti somehow in the story. So there's, like, no reflection of other planets. Exactly. That is the biggest confusing part. And if they are each in their own pocket dimension, that is, like, okay then. Like, that is a possibility, but it's like, yeah, Aether is a finite resource, so if we take all of the Aether from Theros to other planets to burn it for fuel, the planet is fucked. That's why primals are so bad, they suck up and burn Aether. Well, I mean, this is where we start getting into the what exactly is Aether. Is it matter, like, you know, like what we have on Earth? Or is it some, you know, extra thing that, you know, has its own, like, non-real life equivalent? Because the problem is, people have talked about, like, oh, this is an etherically dense meal. So, like, it's energy. So, like, it's matter. How does it work, Squeenix? You're gonna have to explain yourselves. Because, the first skies didn't turn red, only Reen could see it. Yes. So when the final days was happening, which if we take it's turning red because of Meteon, well, but to be fair, on Atheris, not all the skies were turning red at once. Like, there were still areas where, even in our world, that they were perfectly blue skies. Like, it was turning red where the Aether was the thinnest and Dynamis was allowed to take the biggest hold. That's where we had skies turning red after people started turning into monsters and whatnot. So it wasn't like monsters started appearing and the entire sky over there has turned red. So, like, just big question marks across the board here about what's going on. Because, like, yeah, the skies turned red over Thavnir, over Golemald, and things like that, but, like, it was not a universal, or not even a universal thing. It wasn't a planet-wide experience. Like, there are areas that were not touched by the final days at all. It was only those areas where Aether was the thinnest and Dynamis had the strongest hold, which is why Zodiark was in place, was to keep enough of a shell of Aether around Atheris to keep it safe from the final days. So, like, Meteon could very much still have been in outer space and not in, like, some other dimension, but, like, we don't have proper answers about that at all. So, just, I don't know. And I don't know what definitive... There's no definitive here yet, which makes me upsetty. Because I like having definitives and concretes in canon and lore, but that also means that it can be harder when you want to evolve a story. So we might not even have, like, proper explanations about shit. But we will see, and we will figure it out as soon as Squeenix gives us the building blocks to actually figure it out. Encyclopedia Eorzea comes out soon. I have them both arriving tomorrow! I am so excited. You don't know how thrilled I am that those are coming tomorrow on patch day. You'll go get dinner now? Yeah. Bye, Nora. I will probably be offline by the time that you get back. So yeah, I will catch you whenever you are not deep in the Destiny 2, which I still need to get back to. Apex brain rot is real strong right now. But yes, I'm excited to see and get my grubby little hands on the encyclopedias tomorrow. Hello, JJ. I love you. How are you, darling? Wait, JJ! Square didn't put any thought into the first, if the first had an outer space. I don't think they did either. But we will, like I said, we will figure it out. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to turn this back on. And do this number. And then... You're okay? I'm glad to hear that. Look at what I got! Hold on, I need to actually go back here so I can see if it's blurry or not. But look at him! Right. I couldn't resist. I saw this and I'm like, I need this immediately. Like, just... My man. I love him so much. I'm so excited. He just got here and I'm like, I need to show everybody. And then he's going to go in my Eda bag and I will continue showing him to everybody, whether they want to see him or not. Wait, let me... Screen will be black for just a second here. No, not the one that I want. There we go. And... Okay, yeah, that's not frozen, thank God. Your last day when you opened the FC menu and said an FC member trained Hythlodaeus because you renamed your chocobo to that. The moment of, You know, somebody else training your husband for you. But yeah, no, I saw that and there were only like a handful left in stock and I'm like, I needed that. Stabling your chocobo, best decision version? Yes. Okay, I will reanalyze the accumulated information and examine the factors which led to Sir's incomprehensible decision. The best decision ever, Let us return to Thalmozen. Got me. I'm just gonna run one more ad. That'll be enough pre-roll off for the rest of the stream. Me has been streaming for almost that amount of time plus more. I will be finishing my tax evasion tickets tonight, I swear. Quispy! Hello, darling. How are you? But yeah, with the issues that I'm having with my PC, I'm just like, I'm so close to just buying what I need and just praying that I make the money back. Tax evasion tickets. Where you can just teleport without having to pay anything. Aetheryte tickets. You thought I meant IRL? God, I wish I could. Nope, I am a law-abiding citizen that pays taxes, Kryler. I mean, to be fair, I actually don't complain that much about taxes because, legitimately, I would rather have more taxes and better infrastructure than not. You forget that Aetherites have tax for lore reasons? Yes. Can't pay taxes if you have no income, you're gigabrain. Understandable. Kinda same, like, you can't have income if you spend all your money that you make back into the business. There you are. And there you are, right at the last moment. Your journey with Omega was properly educational, I hope. We'd planned to ask you all about it and that mystery transmission besides, but I'm afraid something urgent has come up. It seems one of our Ironworks associates has fouled up a job elsewhere and Jesse needs Wedge and me to rush in and lend a hand. Breaking even every year to avoid paying anything? Yeah. At this point, it's very long-term investments? Yeah. Just keeping Sims 4 up to date with the DLC makes any stream income moot. Me, you know, playing enough of this game that I can justify my sub being a tax deduction. There's an airship already waiting for us out in the harbor. In fact, do you think that you could escort over there and talk as we walk? Acceptable. I am fully capable of speech during ambulation. I figured you might be right. Let's get a move on then. But yeah, no, looking at The Sims 4 and how much shit costs for, like, playing The Sims, I'm like, I'm interested, but I don't know how interested I am. Connection fee. So you've cleared up all those points of confusion, then. I had mistakenly classified your intangible heart as an ability of some kind. An uncanny power that Omicrons could neither learn nor measure. Oh yeah, and there's a demo too. Even now, its full nature yet eludes my comprehension. Based upon our investigations, however, I have decided to alter my definition. A phenomenon which influences one's interpretation of reality. That is as close to an answer as I have found. Accordingly, Sir's actions upon meeting Medion strongly indicated the presence of a heart. Occasional cackle in your tweet. You thought of me? My heart! Honestly, like, I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about this in a minute again, but, like, people liking my laugh just, like, makes me so happy. Sir did not follow routine logic, but formulated an independent assessment based on the reality it perceived. It felt that the best recourse for the Omicrons was to cease their expansion and terminate all functions. Oh my god, really? He also did the thing and opened up a fucking cameo and literally worded it as whoring himself out or whoring his voice out or something like that. And I'm just like, sir, you know exactly what you say. Yeah, no, like he literally knew exactly what he was doing there. Fucks me up every fucking time. He knows his fan base. He really does. He really does. Well, here's our ship. We need to be going, but first I'll hold you to your bargain, Omega. Actually, since you're saying that, is he streaming currently, and what is his link? I'll have to get perms for you to post it, but I need that link. It's time you told us what was in that transmission from the flight logs. Oh, cool, you didn't get domed. Let's go. Wait, only Fan Daniel? He really fucking took Peach's name? He did not! He fucking said... Peach has to be fucking imploding at this point. Like, holy... Just fuck! Just fuck. That's all I can say. I can't say anything else. The fox does not have words! The fox only has sounds! Jesus Christ! He's gonna get partnered tomorrow, I swear. Literally, Peach tweeted at him, like, only Fan Daniels, after seeing that he was opening cameos. 2.2k viewers at the moment. I don't fucking doubt it. Alright, acknowledge I will uphold the terms of our agreement. The recording salvaged from the Ragnarok was a simple one. The message is so basic, in fact, that the time I spent listening to it may result in a net loss of value. Shall I continue? Now you're just teasing. Tell us the message already. Acknowledge. Converting dialect coding into local language. VA to streamer arc is a good one. I kind of wish that I could do the reverse, though. I wish I could streamer into VA and then continue streaming. To whomever receives this message out there in the vast reaches of the cosmos. To someone, I hope, who looks up at the stars with the same wistful gaze as mine. To you I say, forge ahead. May all our tomorrows be blessed with joy. My heart. It's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know where to start with VA work, and also I need to get back into, like, actual vocal training. So it's just like, This message had no designated recipient. It lacks purpose. The concept of joy is overly abstract. The vocal supplication to manifest said joy is unrealistic in its optimism. Yet, based on their expressions, my assessment of the transmission's value conflicts with its apparent impact. Is it tough business? Oh yeah, 100%. And still, I fail to understand you, sir. Your heart still confuses me. Co-streaming with a friend and reading character lines in games for them? Mm-hmm. Was termination of everything the correct course? How did you arrive at this conclusion? It defies all my attempts at reasoning. But I was designed to evolve. If I continue to learn, the probability that I will eventually comprehend this phenomenon is greater than 0. So I will put the dilemma of your decision aside for now. And continue my existence upon this distant star. As I dwell among these many life forms, so will I continue to piece together the complete shape of their mortal hearts. Oh yeah, it's extremely hard over here too. Like, just lots of people with voices that can, you know, do a lot of great things with them. I must document their progress. And it's one of those things, I don't know if I've got enough of a range, or, and this is something that I'm working on desperately just for being on stream and doing things, is just like having less shame or embarrassment tied to doing like funny or goofy voices. She's managed to do some National Geographic voiceovers for Disney Plus already though, and things are starting to look up for her. Hey, let's go! It's tech if you're not Mark Camel, Tara Strong, etc. Yeah. She did get education specifically for VA, though. Yeah, like, mine would be coming from a more singer background and trying to figure out VA stuff, but, like, it's one of those things that if I really, really, really wanted to, like, deep dive into it, I might reach out to, like, Amelie or some other people that I know, like, through streaming that also do VA work and see, like, how and where that goes. But, like, I don't know. Like, there are a lot of things that I want to do, but there's so much that I have to get good at before I can actually do it. And I won't lie, my brain is very cruel about, like, trying to practice things. And my body is even crueler to the amount of energy that I have. But it's one of those things that drives me nuts. It's just like something like VA work would be perfect for me because, you know, disabled, but I can sit and I can talk for forever, for the most part. But that doesn't mean that that gets me anywhere, because there are able-bodied people that are able to do more than me and a lot better. And it's just figuring out, is this something that I put my time and effort into, which is the biggest and most worrying things. Is it's just like I have to kind of sit down and decide, what the fuck am I going to do with the rest of my life? Where am I going to put my time and energy? Because, like, I love streaming and I want to keep streaming and I want to, you know, grow my community and get to a point to where it's sustainable. You just get in the studio to accommodate that, since most VA work in the studio is done standing up. Yeah, as long as I, like, have breaks where I can sit down, like, it would be more than fine, you know? It's just also a matter of, like, do I put time and effort into that? Do I put more time and effort into my plushie making? Do I put more time and effort into, you know, streaming and, you know, making YouTube videos, which is what I would like to do, and, like, really focusing on that. There's so many avenues and I have to pick something and work with it. And that is the most annoying thing in the universe, is just, like, wanting to do so much but not being able to, partially because of, you know, gestures at the disabled part, but also just, like, picking a thing is so hard. It really is, and especially, like, I am also coming from the background of ADHD brain be like that, and also I am still a recovering people pleaser. And being ADHD, autistic, and a people pleaser, I have this immense inability to decide what makes me happy without external input from other people. Like, literally, you just tell me, oh, go do what makes you happy. I don't know what makes me happy, and I don't know how to figure that out. Because I've spent basically my entire life doing things either other people have suggested, recommended, or, like, things that make other people happy. And, like, someone tell me what makes me happy, please. That is exactly where I'm at with my brain, and I am struggling with it so badly. Because, like, unfortunately, put in the base state of, like, go do anything, my brain is going to choose to do nothing. And I hate that. Like, I love writing, and I want to write books, and I want to, like, work on that. I want to work more on my plushie making. I want to work towards, I would love to do VA work. I would love to do, like, more sewing and craft work and, like, delve more into either cosplay / just clothing making. And it's so much that I want to do that I need, like, specific space for and time for. But I just don't have that yet. As I bash my hand against the keyboard. And it's just like a constant struggle with my brain where it's like, I probably need therapy to sort this all out, honestly, because, like, I just need somebody to, like, take the tangled mess that is my brain and just, like, very gently, like, take the wires, smooth them out, stack the things properly, figure out what the fuck is going on here. And let me figure things out, but therapy is fucking terrifying. And I don't know if I'd be able to find anybody in my state, and I still have to go to, like, my, I have to go to my GP, so my, insurance will cover anything else, and I'm terrified to go to my GP because I'm just scared of doctors in general. And it's this whole fucking mess that leaves me utterly paralyzed with intense anxiety and fear. So it's just like wrangling the brain cells and wrangling everything else to, like, come together and work together. But one thing, like, and I do need to get to my GP because one of the number one things that I want and I need to do is I need to be on something for my ADHD, because it is literally ruining my life and making it impossible for me to function as a human being 90% of the time. Like, and here's, like, the most annoying part. My anxiety is not something that inconveniences, like, anybody else, so people aren't going to take it seriously or see it as a big issue, even though it is ruining my life specifically. So I have to find somebody that is going to trust me, understand me, and see that I need this help desperately and soon. But right now, the current timeline is just 14's everything kind of takes precedence. My dad has 1 million doctor's appointments coming up, so I'm, like, not really able to do anything. Then once I get my dentist stuff a little bit more organized and sorted out, hopefully I will be able, maybe next month, to actually get to my general practitioner and talk to her and go, hey, can we start sorting this out? Because I need to. Because it's a lot. It's a lot and scary. But the sooner that I start working on it and getting it figured out, hopefully the better things will be. And that's all that I can ask for, is just things to start working towards better instead of staying the same. Because I'm really tired of feeling stagnated in everything that I'm doing. And I just need to keep pushing and figuring things out and working on stuff more and more and more. And it's a process, and it's a scary process, but I am making the biggest and best attempt that I can right now. And that's all that can be asked of me or anybody else. So anyways, this has been More Vulnerability and Ranting Hour yet again. We have had 3 of those today. But I don't think that anybody's complaining. But I was going to say, one thing about, like, talking about VA work and my voice specifically, every time that I hear someone likes my voice, it just brings me a whole lot of joy. Because all through middle and high school, I was made fun of for my laugh. And, like, having people now go, oh my god, I love your laugh, it always makes me smile, it always makes me laugh too, just, like, Happy. Happy Fox. Yes, Quispy. More your answer what you're here for? I'm glad. You love my voice? I'm so glad. It just makes me so happy. My voice is lovely. Well, that's the thing. Like, people really didn't make fun of my voice in particular. It was my laugh. Yeah, right? Like, who makes fun of somebody's laugh? Like, you're literally making fun of them for being happy, which is just, like, Angie Fox. People do all the time. And, like, my laugh has changed a lot over the years, too. Partially because of that being made fun of, because I had, like, a very hyena fox-like laugh. And, like, I used to be teased and called Squeaky Fox for my laugh. And that's why I've kind of latched so hard onto Fox stuff, because I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm taking this and I'm making it a happy thing for me. You're made fun of, your laugh, because I'm like, exactly! Like, stop making fun of people because their laughs are, like, loud and boisterous. That means that, like, the more, like, when you get to hear that, it's a special moment. You know? Like, you get to hear them being happy, and that makes me happy. Like, support hyena laughers. They deserve better than what the world gives them, because it's not a, you know, this is not an acceptable sound. Angie. Very Angie. You used to get made fun of for singing? Yep. That is one thing and why I struggle so much with, like, singing now and, like, wanting to work on my voice, because my parents in particular made it such an awkward environment for me to do anything. Like, any kind of practice, any kind of, like, betterment of things that I wanted to work on. Like, I know that they probably didn't mean it in a condescending and, like, belittling manner, but, like, me just doing my thing was always made a big deal of and, like, brought huge attention to, and it made me not want to do it because I didn't want the attention and everything else on me for when I was doing those things. Like, I literally just wanted to, like, be in my own little zone, be in my own little hole, and, like, work with things. And learning also that I have such issues with, like, being interrupted and code switching and things from, you know, my brain being autistic, like, them coming in and interrupting me would ruin the flow of everything, and it would make me, like, not work on things even more. And, like, the way that they would do it would just, like, it would make things just so much worse. And they've, like, and it's so frustrating because it's like I would be so much further along in so many things if I didn't have to, like, unlearn these behaviors and, like, kind of rebuild myself in a lot of ways. Last time you had a good laugh is Ori and you were hanging out, and thanks to the edibles we were taking, we were just laughing and then laughing because we were laughing. It was very healing for you, having been self-conscious for you laughing forever. Oh, I love that, Quispy! I'm so glad. Like, laughing because people are laughing is one of the best things, because it's literally just joy bringing more joy, and I just love those moments so much. And honestly, just very gently gestures at this video game. Like, there's a lot of stuff that 14 has completely unintentionally, like, helped me mentally with. Like, me having a moment where I'm, like, sad and upset and deciding, like, you know what, I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna bring myself joy, because just trying to get my, you know, serotonin and dopamine deprived brain to supply its own happiness is nearly impossible. So we're going to do the thing and we're going to give it some. Hi, Kiawa, how are you, darling? So, you know, it's just, there's so much that I'm proud that I'm learning and trying to do better and get better as a person. Which makes me ridiculously happy, that, you know, I am making these moves and these motions to try to, like, bring myself more happiness and try to, like, bring, and in turn, like, bring more happiness to the people around me, because I'm, like, not struggling so much with my own mental health, and that means that I can, you know, try to help other people a little bit more too, because at the end of the day, I love people. I love people, and I want more people to be happy. And while happiness can't exist at all moments, there's always things that you can do to make things a little bit better or bring a little bit more joy, and I hope that's what I'm doing with my stream. I work very hard at, like, trying to make sure that, like, my mental state is always good when I'm coming in and trying to do stream things. And just, like, you know, I just... happiness good. Happiness good and people deserving of happiness. That's the long and short of this, for the most part. But all this to say, like, you know, I'm working on shit and I'm trying to be happier and I'm going to get things figured out. And I am glad that y'all are along for the ride as much as y'all are, because it's very nice to not be alone in things. Very, very nice not to be alone in things. But let's get this quest wrapped up, and I might go ahead and end stream here in just a little bit, because, as I said earlier in the stream, I have had maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and I'm quite tired. And I want to make sure that I go to bed extra early, and I am up in time for maintenance to be up, so I can start getting gear made for people. Because ideally tomorrow, as soon as I possibly can, and people are around, well, I mean, you do supply the serotonin, so... perfect timing. And that was also on you. But yeah, I'm going to be running 14 as early as I can tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to be live, though, because I'm going to be doing all of my crafting and gathering and everything before I have to get on stream. Hug the fox. Fox hugs for everybody. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be live tomorrow, just know that I will be live tomorrow as soon as I get things done, because it is going to be a whole thing, and I am praying that I don't have to worry about crafting and remelding gear. Is Nightbot. I need to change that command to make sure that I've got the right emote there, but I think that it's because Nightbot's not subbed anymore. Me trying to make sure that there are emotes and all of the emotes are still in Better Twitch TV so people can use them, and Nightbot doesn't. What am I going to do with this bot? But let me wrap up this quest, and then we will go see about hosting the voice of Fandaniel and Hermes here in just a minute, because I am losing my mind over his username. Like, that just cannot believe. Yeah, yeah. This music kills me so much. Caveman! Thank you for gifting 6 months of a subscription to Nightbot! What the actual fuck? Oh my god, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Oh my god. No more Nightbot prompts, at least for 6 months. Oh my god. Okay. Your contribution to my education is appreciated, Morgan. Indeed, I have amassed a satisfying quantity of valuable data. Now that our negotiated business is complete, however, Alpha and I will return to traveling the world. Drawing on recent experience, I am confident we can expand the radius of our ventures by a significant margin. We need not limit ourselves to Eorzea. I am now familiar with Charlian and Rods at Hand, and I would also like to revisit the freezing climes of Garlip. I neglected to instruct Biggs and Wedge to upgrade my climate shielding. I will reroute my request to Deputy President Jesse. Engaging, ambulation, and parting salutations. Farewell, Morrigan. Do we get a quay? Alpha gives a vigorous shake and draws forth a scrap of paper from under his wing. Quay! It seems he wants you to have it. Perhaps this is his way of thanking you? Oh, we get music! You're glad your desk can become a standing one? It hurts because it hurts to sit. Oh no. Swiftly, Alpha. The road is long and we have barely begun our journey. He's so cute! floated. Okay. Okay, game. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright, I need to go back to Limsa, and as we teleport back to Limsa, I will transport y'all to the ending screen. Thank you guys so very much for being here and listening to me rant and ramble and, you know, just have a whole, you know, conversation and a half here. That is the new Omega questline from the last patch. The start is a Heartless Hypothesis, which starts in the Bay of Sharlayan. So you just have to look for the Bespeckled Technician to begin the quest, and I highly recommend it if you have been through the entirety of the Omega quest already. Now go nap. I'm gonna get stuff done in 14, and I'm going to nap in a couple of hours, but thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to be rating the voice of Fandaniel, if I can. I don't know if he has that set up. Yep, nope. He is absolutely live and playing Final Fantasy XIV. So go love on an amazing voice actor, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the new patch. Like I said, I don't know what time. I don't know what time I'm going to be live for any day this week except for Friday and Saturday. But I will see you guys when I see you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. There are the socials once again for those who aren't already in it, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you guys.